Oh, also be obia sa o de kwabena me so de abena. Didi ntina na o de me nsem ba bontin sa. Nti wu ni bibia e secret ana. Oh. Nti e fa bra bonin chero na fi wa o sakra no sakra.
Eno ano.
Butru bojodie.
Debi. Obi enyinu a.
No wa enyinu oba ehia.
No wa menye part-time Christian.
Yes. Yes.
God's love on so be fi.
Part-time Christian, full-time devil no one nature.
Debi. God's love on so be fi.
Okay.
Say I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Say if you for it you.
Okay.
No man warning.
We can bag or the bag no
so. I understand too much. Say di wabefi.
Okay.
Wabefi.
All right.
Never had an tea.
Okay.
Nti omo ne kasa.
Say
be oku bia no. No mo ye homecoming kra nti on twen.
Omra, okay.
Yeah, mo hia na ofi.
Okay.
To dia suti yo.
To be oku en waba.
Wabefi. Etumu for kokko na mo tia.
Before ye ni mo krum ha. Tony,
Godfather.
Before ye ni mo krum ha. But as a jumeya okoye ne cultural Guinea.
Yeah.
Among for you be debia o. Yes, among for you be debia.
Videos ni nyamba bontintia. Senki video mo a ka 400 ni kwanke sa.
Go for the omo.
Oh, say be start na ba kuremu ha. O say ba kuremu ha.
Ay.
Yemi
kristo. Ay video mo. Nkomo san Baltazar no
400 kan na bes no form cry.
So the for stories no.
Minimum legend back. Oba Hans na be start sports no.
Na e kire say generally sa na mate. Oh. E ma super generally yenga so bia ba ema su generally sana mati
sa
oh yes sana tene mpie sana mati yento asogo
deep message na dey man
oh yes me say generally sa ema su yes o we para no aso nya hwe
hey
Yanko.
Yemete for any for kwaba emena so ye tu fane hensama ekoso onko ekroso yen hyase emfefi the various national teams say Ghana ye prepare for a double header enunti coach Otto Addo any players no egwa hosiesie so pa wo kwa man so dia sapepepe na ekoso yenko France eno ada France national team no omo regroup here eno ada omo etreni na enye isikra na omo prepare for Thursday game omo ball against Israel eno UEFA Nations League na France and Didier Deschamps omo winning omo last 3 consecutive matches omo say game against Israel no ebetimi ewiem nkonimdie ede amomti eno training na course so e Paris France and our Kessben television so yento aso our Germany the Mannschaft omo so aso ye omo coach Julian Nagelsmann any players no so prepare then said ye our Kessben television so na omo last game no na players ni bi epra enu ntoma ambo na so enra omo etroni ye Kai Havertz ono ebo Emma Arsenal, Jamal Musiala, Dortmund, omo 2 players, Felix, and Julian Brandt, omo Abba. Leroy Sané is also back. Now Stefan Ortega, Man City, omo number 2 goalkeeper no, on also Aquaco Drew say, on Alexander Nubel, and Oliver Hoffman, on also TSG no, omo ne goalkeepers are Mubako ebe starte heade ama the Mannschaft into preparation omo eye no eno ada omo biom se supporters no ebetimi abehe Germany omo training ti enra na enye bad kra Portugal so training yo led by Cristiano Ronaldo Portugal and so a training enye fedia kra omo ne Poland and airborne on Thursday ewe stadium the Dragao eno eye the UEFA Nations League omo qualify already omo take it up omo call the quarter final na match Ronaldo per se or they extra 10 goals nimu because the target 1,000 goals so far or 907 or 908 into per ni goals ni pina ebeka ho enunti match or per se or the more goals so at the so e wo honemo yanko South America e also games no e bi eba so enye fedia group Brazil prepare omo any Venezuela ebebo na Brazil was 16 points. Now, omo da 4th, South America. CONMEBOL, omo a table no so. Until I'm coach, Dorival Jr. Any players, the preparation our Kessben. So, Enra players now arrive up. Now, I'm hitting Jema. Omo and so air prepare omo no ye ball work kakra enti omo ebo Venezuela we are omo next game ebeba so on the 19th omo be share Uruguay and also another big game eba so honomo na FIFA Club World Cup no ya can say next year ebe 32 na omobesi sa kind of clubs no do draw na omodi ya de atuja na FIFA for confirm said the draw for the FIFA Club World Cup no December 5 and omo ebeye na for ye teams no de obehia we and de obehia we no FIFA World Cup no Club World Cup no draw no ebeba so on the 5th and Miami and sa Club World Cup draw no and so ebetimi ambaso honomo Neymar da Silva Junior obo edema Al Hilal or Saudi Arabia omo league no na Saudi so epesa omo host to the World Cup in 2034 Neymar was supported sa decision now on also a campaign or play ambassadorial role na the role no and all catch obi say ye hwe ni mu say World Cup ni be di Saudi Arabia omodie no ebe ye sonko kra ma hosu bi no omodie no endru Saudi Arabia na project ono name wa hu no Saudi host sa World Cup 2024 ebe ye papa we ene nsema name edi atujwa Majid Abdallah Al Nassr legend or Saudi Arabia all-time top scorer na Majid Abdallah or say Al Nassr ekofa Ronaldo no emfaso bia enhyeda emma so na the only thing now Becca say positive Ronaldo ni rival Al Nassr popularity club no omo anya dimpa attention abomo so nemum in terms of say ball no reflector park no so de yehu hwe in 3 years Ronaldo buy no omo enje major silverware bia until the only positivity Ronaldo Al Nassr move no hon popularity so catch global attention obi ebomudin nemum se park no so resource there Ronaldo emfa hwe emeka omo eho we eso ana yegina na ya dan ho aba na ya fa ni what scientific herbal clinic ya form craft work akra ya wie pe ya the more foreign stories no ebeto aso mo bientie ni what na yenkoyeni
the what scientific onyankopon adawroma odisa yaresa bia we abesia nom se obi biara ohaw bia da ne so bia no aye yare de onnam yenso na entimi enye de ensa ne yare ebia me no ka sei me yare na me bebuboso no ebi kura na ma ntimi amo yare so oba nyankopon se onnam yenso enam haban so enam mpaebo so ebetimi atu yare na se ama ho ato ebia odie ne ye awosem na ehaw ebia oye bema no entimi sori nyina so kra ansa na bema ne be sori agina so no eye moja enedeko entise moja entimi ndie frusa ne ye a bema no entimi nya da because bema na ye dindindin nyina eye moja na afele ne sa ebia me no kasa ne de ode na awu eda ho fom kodo a entimi nsori kura no nyankopon na menso ebema na ahaban so amana sori ama wo so ho ato be ne ye meto ntia wo ho bi ebia na wo so de ne de odi kobo ania na abesne ko free premature ejaculation oba ebi wo hono kra eye adwimu na wasi ye de ye cycle da bia me kasa ebi wo hono ma enye dro enye bibia na ye dro oba ye no bedi nkomo na said the problem ni sitie no ya hwe ehunu problem no aha ye scientific clinic things ya yare sa no ye demonstrate wan kasa wo yare no na wamu se o kono aduro na okono no wanya hotoso se said ye tie bia no ho ye de ebeto hanum ye nheda ma waduro keke ye ma waduro wabra ye hunu problem no because amre sika ho ye den enti se o mo obi aduro no wa unim de ya aduro ni kwakoye na se okono ma aduro na se ankwa wa nipa kro no de ne ye typhoid so se enya wa wanhwe ya ohunu typhoid betimi am ye twa wonso no epilepsy ekire wo ne ka se ebia na wonam a wotwahye ama wachinia enkwa meso bra ene me meto ntia ebia na wo de no pressure na tena so achepa ebia me no ka se uda form team stroke abubu agufom anase yare na amana obubu agufom team a untimi nsori no fremini ni hu komo wanya prostate problem odunso a enyeye anase yesi wo prostate cancer na say wo ho crowd of person check say wo prostate no eye adwuma ya oba ye betimi a check am ebia na wo de ne ye eba na wo pede a yankopon adom ye betimi adom aboa wo ebia na ma no wo de ne ye fibroid na haw me no ka say obi ho no ma the problem pa ye halitosis okasa esenti wo mu pa wo bepie ya so ya no ma ye behwe ba bi e free ba na ye timi de etu ase ama wo ebia wo ko ye so cholesterol wo cholesterol, ebia wo kidney problem, wo liver problem. Me no ka say yenua ma no omo brebebre infections ha omo enam say yenni proper hygienic places a yegya na say yedwonso ana say yinti no. Say infections nko ade a betimi aba ama yenso so yetimi atutu ama ho ato. Ebia na wo de ne bone problem. Unka say mu na yo papa. Ebia na wo de ne ulcer, ye betu ase e de ama. Me no ka say ebia na wo de ne hernia. Wo de ne diabetes. Wo de ne pressure. Yare bia how bia no emre ni ntie bia na mentime mu boy yare ni nyina so ni what scientific clinic ma se atonsu ba bia free ba e wo Ghana ha bia oba o se oba atonsu Monaco junction bedu a number no na wuwu on 0244 087687 ofre a mema ya ba be faw aba ho udu adansi rura banka opposite pe ene ne mo se signboard ne bo kakraka e ho ni what scientific clinic o mo se ehonom no ya hyehyɛ nsa crate bebree ehonom adansi rural bank opposite Accra your mile 7 Edeko Tantra kwan no so no Janet Corner your kwan ho pe ubedru mile 7 overhead na ofre ya homa trufo no a ye bekyerɛ wo kwan. Wherever you are in this world, either you are in Ghana or you are not in Ghana, you can call or WhatsApp us and we will arrange how to help you. What scientific clinic? Nyankopɔn da romanti wa hoto ebeba. Amen.
No, ni what scientific herbal clinic in Tebes numbers no kwaswa ne frɛ na ekoji ayaresa ewo honomo yento aso na yemfem free yes yeko India na obeka Richard Osei Ajiman agio commander ebe show bia ebe show omo former defender Emma Santi or former defender Emma Boasia Shanti good former defender Madrekum Chelsea and there's so many clubs all Ghana ha na Richard Osei Ajiman agio commander waje Kerala Super Cup India na watunkra from India edi amane Sergio ene Kessben Sports meeting sama Richard Agio commander edi atujwa
Kessben na juma fo nyina michia mi ami ofa Sergio minua dem ne sendo ne eno a cup ya boy ya na ya champions no India state am also Kerala nti cup no ya boni Kerala Super League na minua team a member so Calicut FC na ubusa me performance so I need to amini on performance there hard work no and the performance never nchine me ba be gina asega nani metima bo me homoden metimi enya trophy medeba I think this is my first time ma to kwan free mine ma menya first trophy nchine menya na way opportunity or semi fa we na metimi de send wo now the fact Kessben video so na Ghana fo nyina ehu modern boa me so mi gina as Ghana ni e wo India ha se me bo me homodin me da obi bia ase me da Kessben etiefo nyina ase we Richard Osei Ajiman Agio commander Tony Nakopon show
Agio commander ebe show bia former Kotoko former Ash Gold former Brekum Chelsea defender and na ohwe na wotin kan life or Kessben so nti India Kerala Super League no Super Cup no omo ena age edi esi omo ena so Ruben Amorim owakodu Manchester United omo complex so enra na or Carrington se bibia edemu pa obetimi aye adwuma ni ye ama United ana big question obi a ebisa eno no na Ruben Dias enu Muni on some menu nyina every Portugal name Ruben Dias ebo Emma Manchester City or say I'm coach now abane there another platform Sebma Portugal akofar na omoye rivals City and United the omo empire say coach no ebe source the name omo any agese another Portuguese international eba the best league in the world way any sama Ruben Dias Man City defender no or the two mo mi enti kakra okai
I need to check if when I went to the first team while being a youngster, if he was still there. But yeah, we were close to it, at least.
You wish him well, but not too well, is that?
Yeah, I think that's the one. Wish him well, not too well. But yeah, it's another Portuguese coming into the main stage of football of the football world. So yeah, happy for that. I need to check if when I went to the
Ruben
first team
Dias Man City well, but not too well. na say City and United rivalry no a rem kakra and so hono Mikel Arteta sin empire back up say Arsenal players na omokosom omomai no omo and return with injury na league no say Arsenal for a truly 7 points between omo any leaders no any problems the players ne ba na omo ye fit in kwadia sa gap no enye hu bia Arsenal for ebetimi abeje Premier League into obompa say players no and return from national team camp with injuries and nkwa and then dia also Rodri Efa Ballon d'Or and SMP and a buy another interview now also winning Ballon d'Or no when you over 250 TV channels and radio stations are friendly for interview na onyanje Ballon d'Or na ebisi that or GAP over 250 radio and TV stations na friend say interviews na osene mame say Ballon d'Or no offensive amofie gate amo bian say ono mame no wawoba amane ba no etimi afa Ballon d'Or o say there be metimi an say mame say there be dem aka no and o say so wotimi eye yenko Paris eno Kylian Mbappe na or Paris ne yenko brebo Ashraf Hakimi eno na ne birthday nti one Hakimi Ashraf ekwa celebrating honum nto mo mienu and I hear mo Kessben so na Liverpool defender Ibrahim Konate say what time Mbappe ba Madrid no ne form no ehu yen sheda hu no sa nanso enche enema be pick pa e de ama Kylian Mbappe Barcelona one Laporta say Spotify company Barca for ebebe omo new company a omo e de key signing and a ebeye sa unveiling no enti players mensa obese mu ba ko eba Ellen Haaland Victor Gyökeres and then Omar Mamouche we money 3 players are emu ba ko Juan Laporta person ordine ba the new company na omo bia no a obi say Barca from they are back e wo mo a new stadium ho Eric Dyer on a players P1 kofa Bayern Munich nebom and the man will from Bayern Munich person contract ni ewa wo and so ebe extend Chelsea midfielder Kenan Dewsbury Hall and Aston Villa show interest on Musa Omunya na omo enso epenti Dewsbury Hall ebetwin afi Chelsea aba Villa for enso epeno na Chelsea epe a centre back next season Ombesa omunya defender ne mo ewosro oye upgrade over current Chelsea omo center backs nti market no we no ni ebia omo trust omo another player defense so augment Chelsea omo squad no Moises Caicedo and Enzo Maresca boy Chelsea midfield abaso also back Chelsea from day one ne mo across roster urban expectation ye huge na ball and shut down fire nkofo dinatem nanso efi ho Caicedo waye a better plenty Enzo enso bono abaso Rafael Leao Sebasa for Emiti Milan almost sikana omo pene dia ono Rafael Leao oni problem bia se obebesi na kan e de ama Barca omo club no Erik ten Hag say teams be peno otifie name encho benya adwuma because yate say AS Roma omo a coaching job na eda hompam no Erik ten Hag one of the managers are omo are discussing internally Joshua Zirkzee Man United the kofa buy no po ya sake no eno nti omo consider say omo dem Cologne na Serie A no ebe another option because a one free buy from Bologna and we see Akama United buy no omo hu ne sa eno nti omo dem Cologne Serie A ni mum eni ate se boy no enso ebetimi akọ Casemiro Ruben Amorim abaso oso bia canon sempa United players no entimi entwen so many coach no enso ebeye ejuma ho Paul Pogba any Juve omo edrechiri pa ombe some terminating the contract no na afen boy no so eye free na club obi open no ono enso etimi akọ Alphonso Davies enya redraw every Canada squad omo ebo game against Suriname our CONCACAF Nations League qualifiers no say boy no enso enya redraw because of injury award adaroma we eso an yegina na enkofo close nsem no
okay Tony Montana yenasi we so na yegina edinko for cruise ensem no asi enti enche yebeba na fe yebe bonko pa nsem pi na Tony Montana ede ato edwa uda sembia eba na efa nsema ode aba no ho a ana headlines ede ba efa efie de no ho ana discussions ebe ye no enka mani bejipa na fe say video say message na ode ba na yetimi etie no kama pa enso ewa ha Kessben television Kessben 3.3 Kessben 2.9 Accra Dr. Ibonatha eba na fi yene no atwetwe enkomo kakra abnafusua minim sese one doctor ne a personal assistant and minim PA I feel the any ba una also the best studio. Doc. Off and for na. Okay. Some who saw the BOG no do it. All right. Doc, Akwaba. Say yeah.
Na after church some me nine pese ha me kakra.
Oh.
Ana ye ointment bi a ye de aba.
Okay.
Me di bi yes so say jo. Na
No, they be sasabra na say dey.
David.
Okay.
Ya bo pai na me me bu nkotodwe. Me dem say me nine no trick see you say ye dey on. Afukra de.
Ensi
Oh, in fact. But nyame. In fact, manager pa say you no upon using that ointment and na me fa your product ni bi na say me anka some be testimony of what happened. Okay. I'm so happy pa.
What the ointment be say ba?
I will hold that.
Oh, system no more.
I will hold that.
Okay. I will
hold that.
Balm of Gilead ointment. Wow.
Are you serious?
Okay.
Me oba ku bi krampo ho eno de infallible bi ambo ho ho ye ho na na de mankofo. What happens that say akoba say obe bi eti ana say ukru ekru aye krankro na me kan ekru pa aye krankro fa bi yeso 1 week bi wu
ekru wa mia ruo mpone aye hwe
we ma me kan product me papa ba ko ye oncology specialist see ayo bi breast surgery now unfortunately ewu da what the yes wa within 1 week ebewu.
I see.
I'm telling you.
Wow. And no so about out and I feel now
and no there answer pay FDA nhihye mu no I will say go through we say nti ye nyanton say they ba out patient ne ba na dey ama wo.
Okay. I see. Wow.
So the moment I the label ebe bo ho no na it means what they are called we say now say FDA is certified.
I see. Why you got so very cry anything. Wow. Yes. Balm of Gilead. I want some quan if you free over and then now they bring.
So you pay a tear from fan chemi kakra say pay topic and me start me divert kakra. Me free ha me call na me ma me be free oboase aba. Me hwe no. Me so won say me oboase ni
Oh, okay.
Yes. Na woman no oba afufo na ne kidney no e wo 21 ni GFR no na 21. Unfortunately na me elder na ono so medical doctor no na e hwe no. Me to ono no hwe na o assess the forms no and then the labs no. No say edi na from 21 number 84 and do you know what happened? Yeah, na lab e wo ho for a review and also another lab if we one of the top labs in Kumasi e kan ho bae.
Okay.
Offer 84 and 83 difference be any. From 21 on ni kidney no na obi a diabetes or high blood pressure na ni profile no ye dey wa record from fee e dey aba no say do 4.2 4.8 dey na was raw woman 5.4 enti a tray and say Balm of Gilead ahombrase mu etiefo enkyerɛkyerɛ a yɛkyerɛ no ho wo de wotena wo fie kura diso na wo ma ye ho a ye main genti ana meka so wo de wotena wo fie kura diso ne say adwuma bia wo ne ye kan say missions and visions yen main mission and vision ne say ye bɛboa nkɔfo ama yarewa ayo krankro ayo lifestyle no mo to ase. And how do you do it? You do more education than medication. Medication is a supporting therapy. But education is just one. Unim be wobu nego so eno ya negligence. And also ignorant unim. And the more I educating kofo no, now they are reversing those chronic issues now they have been battling with no. And no ye tire say, we in prime 21st century ya. Ye nuane ye di no. Besebi sisi numbers no akosro eno ntini pa efiri kro kasiye mu ekro ketuo maba kro kasiye mu na edoso eno ntia basa the number of acres e wose ye do na yetimi meet your target no eba form. How do you achieve your main target? Ebema food shortage and take place. This is a biotechnology, and I say go through mechanized farming. And how is mechanized farming done? As an agronomist, you cannot do mechanized farming without putting agronomic procedures, which is say fertilizer application, pesticide control, weedicide control aside. You can't do that. Would you know ebe pamo can say ingurano? Would you know ebe pamo emwa? Would you know ebe fertilizer? Ebi mo yano ewo kwan paswa sebi genuine pa agric officers for chiro mo diso pepepe mai yomo yense mo pa ebi mo so yano kwan bone so a de wo pa ne se obenya ne sika enu ne ye kire se jo enu anwumre no for no o pass some comment bi se preko no o em se ono a em se nambi o esija so cha na me follow pa esija so cha any chemicals in film scientifically any chemicals in film expansion crampo be take place ama the volume of chemicals in momo crampo akosro this year bia wafa kube hu na yetugu Sejo, open the best activated chakwa and you could be no yetugu ana ebrodua sebi ye ditwetwe to so wo shini mi no na wo ye ne powder na anya crampo once a week with for 1 teaspoon na wo the warm water and mix it na wo no mo ebe boa wo don't know ebe handle only the chemical component in kwa but unim say wo the BOG vinegar ele hohoro ono ba ye ho tomatoes kotoje tiri ho why that external washing area na emo anketu abetima kofa yare abakrampo no wate ebi nso afiro ne chemicals no na wo di bi nso gum nsom na wo nom enye dro wadro bi ho na wo nom eno ye so de ya ne sama ye ebasa you get results so jo enti me pese me film akome mo pa kire se ye nua ne ye di no de e man live can say if ene nua Adam ye nukunu oye nua omohwe form yakono nipa akono ene me nipa form boba form nipa akono ne me nipa ebo form akono ya anka Shadrach Meshach Abednego o man timan control mo Daniel anka akono e ma ne kodi de nsusu wodi ye nua ne ye di in this 21st century especially Friday Saturday nua ne ye di no Ghana for enye so munim pa but unim yama busy ne chilling kakra nipa bia no between the ages of 35 to 45 and I said 30 to 45 utimi hwe ohun su ye pa na yare ye krankro ama o 50 years by phobia ntimi to yare engu so da because what do the picker when it down when you be edu 30s within 30 45 sika kakra start say ba wonsem a na adwuma aba no say that time no so na ye adwuma wa ba no which means wo sika be come dew be obetima kwose be bi no wato bi no ware be enye just a day afeo e be ya habitual Monday to Friday na to so e basa no start build a lot of fat na build a lot of fat blood vessels in him and wo he cholesterol fat ene you can say oil sa na otwi mo meka wasomo a enipa bebre a omo build a lot of lipids and I say unwanted this oils no e blood ni mu enye dakwa asemo akono bi ntia obaye no opese wudi noodles noodles no wodi anwa na eye obawe color wele ye de anwa na chi nkate ne ya anwa color wele na nka se ye kokko na ye the spices aka wo no ye di oil na echi enam na ye toto na eye nantwinam ana say eye pizza na say we na ye no se jo oils say ye risa ne ma we nyina mpo na nka alis say nwumre no ye wie ne ye exercise ye ben ne calories bia ha dwene o be we ye wiwi na ye koda ebi mpo ha omo we no na nsam bi nso kura si ho de bi o and within the ages of 35 and answer 45 in that age no na me hu mo pa na usika kakra wunya no wa ma wani anda ho a ebeto yare ama odaache eno ne ye kire o say sane ma wenyi na munjai untimi mfa da kopenka se ene de maka mejai no enye dwuma da ene nkomo mo so mo no mo nsabie nkomo de o ma no kan no mo jai it needs commitment.
Yes.
Here commitment.
People could me jai
Yes.
sanum 10 times
Yes.
afibia.
Eya kono. But we know here consistency na commitment, discipline.
Kala.
And to nipe biya no o pese utu ya wiase discipline can be,
Sure.
commitment can be, consistency can be.
Yeah.
Utimi ya ne sa diabetes na yaka se ye krankro yare, high blood pressure na yaka se krankro yare no. Obetu ase even though books mo de ya say managerial disease.
Yeah.
But the moment over reverse o mindset, no amount mindset na aya renew tell Paul command Romans chapter 12 verse 2 say being transformed by the renewing of the mind no. And then society beba anya sa osika beto drama o pharmacy ada no kitchen.
Okay.
Eno ntin ye say okoto enobaye entosode kotodwe enamo a fa bi oji horo ho unsia wonum bia no odi obo ho ban sie dachi rather than so be ma yare na ba sisi na yare na ba na se e ba ne de braba ma gwila clinic me mfa won koye experiment wo baby oba ye ho a yare a wodi akini a enkone ye betu ase ama baby a me wa ho de won se jo me kasa with boldness and confidence because me nim ne meka ana me nim ne maye etiefo anopay so wodi kosia ba ko a about 200 milligrams of what cholesterol into mom din kosia be 3 4 5 a day no I mean montete so kosia sejo obi nya ne 70 80 years no di kosia yentimi nka nche ne so onyayo unim akọ check ne cholesterol ne LDL ne HDL ne triglyceride ne total cholesterol and say 5.2 4 obet medical because yolk no contribute to about 200 milligrams of fat it break down as lipid cholesterol but what checking now when ya why no do fufu now ya kokra we ya mama penya kosia demu but whereby we ya tia don ko tiseme o cholesterol was so o chi kosia phone bom adai ya wie be na wo to ama ho sa no sejo
to check that cholesterol no was
so and
he said
o di kosia
and so say normal
obetmedi but odi no adwuma ben na we within the day calories ben na wo ben fa psychologically load ben gu adwene nim cholesterol no nso nye de ye di nko an odi dio when dio say na no amekan no liver no release about 80% of lipids ehia lipoprotein na ede omo nante eno na meka eno ase cholesterol na vitamin D be ye adwuma ehia cholesterol bow cholesterol hormones cholesterol be ekoye abnormal ha adwene ubon se what start now that statins so on statins no na eno nso odo ho akoye business fufuro adentina anka ofa lemon baako on what great opa o le cinnamon be mienu aka ho wobubu maka ho wodi nso a ehye ego ho wasone so no wobubi oje vinegar e de egu no wanom ena wo ye ni say o chena wakona kekeduru the next day no utimi kura kono lemon juice enti ebeye some kind of therapies bia o ye natural I'm telling you say toto enu basa eno nom da sejo me de besia na matre etiefo say bi oje ne de omoba asida house ha ibi wa ha in fact ni doso pono aha Mr. Martin ene Dr. Biblu ene me brampen for me papa no mo down no omo ye correct say jo me draw pan ko for to a obon so omo anka say yimo omo abrampa in fact they are so excellent okọ Accra nso asida towers ebi ewo ho ana friends no okọ Accra Ghana ha baby am friend numbers na me be bobo no nso anyame adom ebi ewo opebi etu aton a otobi na wutu aton a ye be ma t-shirt ye be ma eche ye be ma banner ye be ma sticker say jo ni na ready ni na ready enti ye be de be still a promo ne cost 375 and a 40 series auto 300 na near the 40 series de no ba ko achew bronya bre hamper adwumayefo ene adofo mo pesa mo ye no momfa BOG vinegar enfe momra se na house wa emesoa bi na mo asejo mi ko ide o chena yambo a mene the Church of Pentecost for
yeah.
our program our Kasi.
Okay.
Yes, mene Scripture Union for banks, Eco Bank money, Zenith money, other institutions, CSRL, Crop Research Institute.
Okay.
And to me, you ko na mo pese ya na mo be kasa. In fact, secretary bi and also one of your social responsibilities. Ya beba na ya ba be hwemo na ni nyina bibia e fine. Number ne 0539 86 38 and another 38 0539 86 38 and I said 0240 51 21 71 0240 51 21 71 to buy my girl ya the cabin MTN for next way any Asia hotel and next any opposite we see o maximum which mean taxi crowd kwa na say MTN for no room ho na ko Accra West Legon pharmacy one one e wo ana takra den so anaji number Fridays e me wo takra de Thursday ni Saturday so me wo Accra ntinyam ya domo a ye be sanso ehia me da se pass
ye be da se pa na kosua messages ni ba e ba no mre na so amanfo misremo not amre na so kosua na amanfo din kosua okrom pa but I don't know on kan josema mu ni kosua o but osima mani nye bebrebe okay
sada ko wudi kosua ba kwa
is good
but ubedi kosua na wundi ni ejina o lab resources
yes.
Ejina lab
resources I'm checking
resources
some cholesterol no level not to say
it is saying
yeah dia osi di but nyeki bebre one and maximum
and sometimes and so say cholesterol correct now be our blood pressure e was so and also akwa liver function test albumin no so e was so and so kosua ye albumin na yolk and to say yolk ebe contribute to about 200 milligrams of fat e breaking down as lipid na albumin akwa liver function test na was so you don't need to inject more albumin.
Okay. Okay. I know a bodybuilder who eats 20 eggs every day. Is it okay? Na if you need way free sunya zongo and so bodybuilder exercise or exercise pa
unim gentle with the
20 a day.
With the protein foods are a breaking down as creatine. Creatine product omofa omo muscle no energy more a supply energy to the muscle but it break it down as creatinine byproduct of creatinine no na kidney ne filter enti akoba se o kidney no aba bidu a stage into filter this is the auto dialysis so enti no e bia obafa oral creatinine no or they replace kusua but you too much one consistent labs will be no problem.
Wow. Enti kusua 20 bodybuilders
it's too bad. It is too bad.
Bad
Maybe mon so fat creatine as a capsule as a liquid powder and also no say yet too much na o kidney ntimi excrete etimi ma o yigin fa no kidney strength no baffle.
Wow. Tell the doctor to make it 2 for us. One is also when you 2
so be twice a day. Now obey exercise, obey count ho, obey burn calories no, na eno crampo no, obey dia regional health status.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Doc, that's it.
So don't patch on that.
Man for energy education now the mom who ye papa. Dr. Edmond Arthur, Balm of Gilead. And anyway, abre open vinegar ni bi ato e bi was that house oba e form ho blue I'm watching ababa omo nyina wo ho omema obi ato wo concrete and so e bi e wo Kessben ashare ho circle telecell any telecell na ye e di hwe ni mu Kessben aseda towers ho no mbenya bi ato. Okay, abidafo trase yenhwe messages no emu bamcho momfa videos no enso emreye na yenhwe ye foreign source no emu kakra Tony Montana EDP edegu ho enso ede emayen se de bedi kan no me bamcho discussions aye no ha no eno ho messages na momfa emra headlines na emayen na bibia fufuro betom na se discuss ya na mo de honsem no enso abrain na etimi eyiya no krankra enso de amamo emre ni so abodondu apa honsima aduasa NCA Kessben television Kessben 3.3 Kessben 2.9 Accra and came
you know
so who here untimi ngase nye enso da CB America okay. All right. Enra sembi menkai obi the issue by start here discuss here na the time no. Na fade be ho.
After the Kotoko game against Bechim United.
Yeah.
And a coach Prosper United, Ogum say supporters Nyabo.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And for mom. And I'm say the patience will run out.
Yeah.
Now, coach, we not enough time. Also, Timmy Makotoko fans, they okay.
Okay, you know, remember examples. Be
Yes.
say. Okay, you first make a crab in a yes as a nana wakano.
Okay.
Azana yaba issues na kano and so. Nti me ka crab 3 4 minutes. Yes, I'm going to
Okay. Do you know one thing about big clubs and they say, "Omun time mamre." Nempimpi omo mamre ni yempimpi omo aya na omo yibida. Na omun go beyond certain limit. And it's our team meet Kotokwa. Even their own former players, omo legends or omo big club ni mo. Senkuya omo entertain omo mpo. Coach is omo babeji trophy sama club no. Senkuya omo entertain omo mpo. But so head coach here no coach Kotoko ya. You know, we're not enough in terms of support, in terms of time, in terms of everything I nyanto was the my coach, man the energy ma wanya nyina. Ebo Mens, a former player of Kotoko. He lost to Kimfisa. And Obebo House of Folk elusu ye, almost akeno. Coach Didi Dramani won league titles twice for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Esa winning FA Cup. Kotoko bought 7 matches in 8 points. Omoka so on fee. Coach Michael Osei started in the preseason for your team. And Obi Oshe sa top 8 in the Abe who said that team of Prince Aqua and Azikwansa 8 team are now show promise within the competition. In the final against us of Fukuaha, and a Prince Aqua could penalty in the same. Omoka Michael Osei entry. Not nipa from a fan Jumano. Dravko Ligaric, he was in the second position. When the game games an hour, now Kotoko the second. Kotoko company first derby. Omu game now Obona. Omu okay with the 3-5-2. Omu know the exit. Sika Kono won the normalization committee cup. Played in the group stage of the Confederations Cup. Kotoko first derby. Onyadia, my technical director. Sika no. Why enough to merit a position or to merit a continuation as the head coach for Kotoko? Kotoko for Ampene, a man 7 coach to now.
Okay.
Masokod won the 2012 league. And ne Obia Kaisa league title no Belgium. He came back to Kotoko 4 games. Or we need 1, a draw 2. A lose to Great Olympics. Obia kai Michael Ebo go no share glass and okutwi nipa miensa no lay pass the man no obo share.
Yeah.
Kotoko for say that be on kai de masola in 2012 on fedu man to no nko. Eti January we mu ye legends we mu ye de oma beye bi da nkrofo kai. I don't want to go back to attack and Basu Hayford, but I'm giving you coaches oma ba in recent time that performed. Ebi mu ye legends still omo in that time and farm obo omo ti coaches ne nko enti so hwe say ni player mebubo nyina Jino Adema so kondo ayama Kotoko ne se de Kotoko fusika no Dr. Prosper Ogum belong to that class. The profile and the credentials of Masokunodu untimi mfa coach Prosper Ogum enkoto to Masokunodu Kotoko farm for money and to hwe. Now fast forward Kotoko Bolik for 7 games now Kotoko ntimi win bi. Omuni antobo asema coach no. Emma the whole setup e rally behind the coach e pamu players ya. Omu believe say players and fight with the team into omu nko enom ko for different players by. Kotoko in 7 position you won't survive as a coach of the club. Because omu that second impo no omu league titles. Eno omu bombo Africa perform mpo. Omu chance mo omu ntre team nim bio. Omu je omu kwa omu ko. But omu ma coach time sign his own players, did his own preseason, started the league very well, and what is the current situation now? Now Kotoko da first, and omu ba third, and then Kotoko abe 5th. Team now kwa share revenge. You know what time again now we hear from fans. The team looks so comfortable. The coach looks so comfortable. You don't see the desire from the players to perform. You don't see the willingness from the technical handlers and the players to perform. Now, there be a makase say who coach big team. Now pressure now so say perform one. Say you are in a situation here.
Okay.
It is the same thing that is happening to Mikel Arteta. Arsenal. Maybe obedi biaye. But look at the height of Pep Guardiola and look at the height of Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo just won the league title and the Champions League last season. Last 2 seasons, he won the Champions League again. But forget about injuries at Real Madrid, they can once him. Still, I will say Carlo Sadi Real Madrid at Toma upon so. I will say Pep Guardiola Sadi Manchester City Toma upon so. After 6 league titles, I watch still Manchester City should be winning the league title. There's so much pressure on the coach to perform. You know, that's why they told him to relax it. Wa relax to the opportunity akotoko di ama no obie coach bie no ombe man say opportunity ni bi da nti nobody will allow him to buy time again. He need to perform. He need to push the players to perform. Emmanuel Entry played better football in Olympics when you blaster call up. The worst spell in Kotoko he has been given the blasters call up. That is another.
And I was not agree.
No,
so we are outside issues I discussed.
There be any outside.
So
yes, me can the Kotoko team here now as a player and as a coach.
Oh, okay.
And then I make us so we hear on who here Juma. You know, Emmanuel Entry Olympics and could be friends of my blaster. Who call him? Born out born and who call him? And who your coach? Say players no need money. You put them to perform. The issue of players in this one nobody will buy that. Pick a Kotoko team number again be chimno. Show more start here and here bench. You know, let me give you the players on the bench. If so, be because enough players in the bench will be a prepare. Kotoko team no more again be chimno. Let me give you the players on the bench for you to know that it was a full squad with the exception of Abrante Efeno, Abet Amwa. Energy no on Quentin Yamubi. It is not an issue of now being one as a players in the Hunti. The Omo boy, the Mfanesa, Obia was there, you know. Now, she bench, you know. Kotoko Fred Kasari on the bench. Omo Kote and Osakun Swatremaya on Besson Soho. Tenadu was on the bench. Ansu to bench. Chedamana to bench. Fernando to bench. Peter Amido Aqua to bench. To who again? Omo was quite in Nina. With the exception of Abetamwa. Until why is the team not performing? And you still want supporters to buy you time? No. Say Kotoko Canana come up and prosper da. And come entertaining mammy say. The only thing about me are maintaining and retaining within the Kotoko team is to perform. So if the problem is the players, you must push them to perform. Ruth Van Nistelrooy and we are not United net the film say team. You can call it a new coach bounce. But the reality is that players are not be able to put in form or be as a pam free team no. You know, back to their best. Look at Casemiro in the last 3 games. And the coach, the players name perform. You brought the players. Una who had the frontier player we also open, also pass me say, okay, so be anchor. Also players need be more there. Players need be discipline so they should leave. So you know, say players are not in discipline now. If the players are not willing to play for the club, if the players are not willing to play for the team, if the players are not willing to play for the coach, and your DNS in TNE, players are so many more. Sergio Kotoko ni management betimi a question coach no. That is why I'm saying that the coach looks so comfortable. And you know our team we a big club now be a small club say ya na e.
Big club.
Yes, now be a small club. We need too much about now fans here to social media. Ulusua obi anka hwe. It's a big club be a small club. Sanity. Ulusua obi anka hwe o ya de. Ntina Enzo Maresca kwa na okobo nsema atre fans no. But that is not the level of Chelsea. Inti Kotoko ene Kotoko luswa normal. Unti so be a yare. Unti se meeting be a koso. Unti so be a taking decision is so key to bring the club back. Things has already fallen apart. And you know the players and the coach look so comfortable. Man, I will not buy the issue of players, you know. As any coach, then a problem. Ebimuso on kaso muye. Ebimuso they are not ready to die for the club. I won't buy that one. The team must perform. The coach must perform because the platform and the opportunity given to him, better coaches who are better profile and achieve better than him were not given that opportunity.
All right. If we are about discussing Black Stars, Nipa 8 injuries ne other reasons ɔmontumi amɛka Black Stars ho na afei coach nipa numa nso wafrɛ ɔmo akɔka ho no nyame yɛ adom a Friday Ghana ɛne Angola a big game na yɛhwɛ Sudan ɛne Niger no yɛ dabɛn so before this game before Ghana Angola game no make Sudan any Niger game na dabɛn
weekend yeah.
No, meaning say on no
Thursday 4 p.m.
Yeah,
Thursday 4 p.m.
weekend. Yeah, yes. Then you Thursday, and you before Ghana Angola game. No, then you weekend. Yeah,
na Monday or money Angola.
Yes. You know, almost Sudan Niger but before Ghana Angola and so game. No, na fiya be share no so kakra na the foreign no kakra aka ho ansana. Can make it local stories no abre. Minim na rusa wo bibi kakra kafa so.
Yeah, I think sir Andy has been spot on. Coach Ifa, any coach AED, for me, none of them in a event. Each one of them is a process. Na se team bifa coach we na coach ne boy juma. Se results eba me sure say enkomodie si ebe yine de ne ya na nta But koba say results no e sha se nkoyi. Then the early stage, una we employer and now we decision maker, say coach on to us or now on to us. Results, bad results, shall say bad. Then you begin to think, hey, we there from soba kwana mi ni bina bana. Bad results, ekosu to us wa afi the net drew baby say akwe jumaya no ntuminya na yempamona na. Then you begin to contemplate. Bad results to us wa afi the no wa shall say even coach and I say what shall say when the contract say quite bad na mefa so me yin dia e bia emfa financial burden kese ne ade emma so you may want to look at all that and you also want to weigh other options ubi sabe amadwe me say kotokone prosperity ogum no omadru the last but one stage of the process. The last but one stage is say omadru stage a failure esese adwen ho hwese coach no ye bepam no na ene ne betu nkwanta pai se results e wani mu no anko ya meti e be me din be me wonwa pa say if Kotoko next 2 games if they fail to deliver na ogum survive ya e be ye nwa kakra
okay
what do I say?
Yeah,
I think that Omakwa the last season there no share on the surface of the position and the results the team gave her. It was so clear say this is not Kotoko, they will not buy it ubeko. But we consider the circumstances and the situations under which that results in buyer. A be Albert tries or be manipano a chance. Because this is the coach or buyer, why be the team Naji League, they been to Okoye, or say a fan elite, and some management I say ancient a full management, players or better say the old management, players, you know, and if you are the decision maker. It suffice to say those circumstances and our managerial results. It is an there. Yan tries I'm sure is the reason Mensha Ejitumuma over 20 players new players they buy. Yeah. So that year, last year, excuse of maybe getting the appointment late, poor preparation at the beginning of the season, politician, players. All those excuses have elapsed. And then there kind of performance on the field.
yeah.
The only excuse I bet you say was squad size and shadanya large.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, you would see players are a now share or no more bencher. Then it's difficult to understand why the team is not delivering.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, say, for the next 2 games, it's up to the coach and his boys to justify, say, almost a fataso because what was why age otherwise, so because I am Pamoa, a better days will be better because I justified. And as Antikotoko fans to accept the realities on the ground. Otherwise, sometimes back, and this time, no, a beer agitation, no, I louder than now.
Yeah.
People are still agitating. But it looks like let's also see what happens. Komodo Koya says say team no only one player they should go. Player no so epra. Enti but Kaya from the game involving Basake Holy Stars, the game involving Legon Cities, the one against Hearts of Lions, the full squad were there. I earlier on said, say, offer travel arrangements. When they bought those 3 matches now. You see, General, Kotoko yeka easy to zero the problems to the coaching. But I think, say, managerially, people who do advanced thinking for the team, and so a problem. Look, several CEOs will not agree. Said that outstanding game involving Lagos cities. Omomo the side weekend on board. Because one, a GFA was involved in getting Kotoko to the US and getting that outstanding game. Uhe Wika or travel 9 hours from Kumasi to Baseke. No, I travel almost 12 hours to Accra. Then you do 6 hours to Kumasi. Then you move to Obuasi. 7 days, you do all these travels for football team to play 3 matches in Ghana on these routes. Several teams will not agree. But de midweek in because I'm thinking that if it happened in a week, everybody say, oh, or quite away will be chim. No buy our baby boy no and start the next game as Homa. A bit reduce the toil on the players. I think they did not even plan well in fixing that outstanding game. Now football no say, oh you're not some pimpy, Oman and strategizing very well. A lot of things will go against you. Debiano na uchesi enyema. So General, so because coach has given sufficient time into a bread with so pamuna, it's difficult to begrudge the person. But who a coach now, I'm sure say munya butre you better any things around. Apart from that, cause I don't even from Obeka. You don't have much to say about that. Kotoko here ni say Gombe register Kwampuku and Isaac Minta. The information I'm gathering indicates that they are registered now. It will take time for him to get a full fitness and play. So what it means is that he's not ready now. Maybe
only Dina and registered.
Edina, so many registered in Po.
If I say only Dina and registered,
so they want to look at him. I'm told say he had an injury, which after the surgery recovery no and cause any omopeno. It maybe he will go through some physio and all that until later. So maybe a window no feels there. He's in a position to deliver. Then they will register him. So be sure him say be 2-3 days or maybe register Kwampuku Manabu goals. No, I think Isaac Minta is more ready than even Kwampuku as you speak now.
Yenja Black Stars issues no so kakra. Nafi yemfa foreign no so enwuram kakra nafi ye toto aswa Zekaf Mohammed say the GFA led by Ketokreku has wished the IMC chairman an happy crown on his birthday yesterday and decided not to wish Accra Hearts of Oak on our 113th anniversary because of the banter he has with our board chairman Togba Fede. Guys should listen and listen well. You can't hate our board chairman and still want us to support your failed FA. This man has destroyed our football with his arrogance. Yeah, he wants a 3rd term. Hell no. He should complete his 2nd term and leave our football for a better person to take over. Zekov Mohammed, known phobian, Kumasi, and anyway, and so praying. Julian Caesar Debako Ebai, if discussion and I'm if Black Stars, deeper 8 now, Omo Ephraim 5, Ababishimono. Indeed, 8 players withdrawing from a national team call-up is so alarming. First, it was party, and now a mass one. I don't attribute it to lack of commitment at all. All these players were previously yearning to represent our country. Anyone who blames it on commitment should also blame leadership in equal measure, because effective leadership automatically inspires commitment. If we think the players have falsified their respective medical reports and we want to accept that they are unwilling to report for the 2 matches and they are convinced that our elimination is a foregone conclusion, then it raises eyebrows as to what manner of communication the FA had with them before making their invite official. But if their reports are genuine, then we wish they recover speedily. The crucial question remains, can their replacement secure qualification? If yes, fine. If no, considering the local players will have been a more practical and economically reasonable. Wow. Julian Caesar, Kumasi, and Ediwe, and so Abreye. If you are near see, become once narrow.
General,
I mean, some farmer design and call others no.
You see, processes of inviting players to the national team. Usually, invites PMP coaches ni players ni di kan kasa. And I say be a GFA protocol officer. They speak, and then the players usually coach or more word of being available for the game. Then the coach or the team will then write to player and the club of the invitation. Then the club is obliged to allow the player to travel. Then based on that, the player they take it or the beba. Almost all Black Stars players travel in business class.
Yeah.
Until you take it and before the announce the final game and sana international break I'm tempted to believe say before the leadership publish your modino no word is the reason they were written to and their names were publicized. But in some of them maying say umepra we say personal reasons near the general my dream say for omoboa. My dream say for omoboa ba no mo pese omoba omo mfa so a
Dintra.
e wo so eso omoba so
Dintra.
Nema kakra de din kan minimada se kwan a 30 years of kraku e fa so kasa omo ho before omo last 2 games.
Yeah.
Whether some of them felt insulted or whatever, I don't know. It is also possible they have no hope in the games Kano. It is possible they are not happy, I wouldn't say with the fans, but with leadership. Coaches, leadership here, I'm talking about coach. I'm talking about management committee and the FE. These boys, who can listen to say obi say Jerome Opoku. Some of them may be genuine, into me kind of holistically, but there are some I suspect they are faking it. Now, general, it boils down to leadership.
Okay.
It boils down to leadership. Say, even Ufi now ma conference you breme da me dem yare me nko. We you say check ye papa no. You are becoming irresponsible in the house.
Oh, sir.
Yeah,
Usman Banon.
Usman Banon. Usman no wafa aya ofa bro no adane no adane ni. No ko.
No, obeko kro obeko shim sa.
Ebra openu aba.
Ota de brembe 2 hours no mai.
Ni school fees no untua. Ohun say all the girls di akone aba. Ohun say o disrespect ni maami ofie. Ohun say wo yenyiyimu e wo nkwada ni mu. Upe we asem sin we. Nti adena o ma we no mum nko na wo na wo be frɛ no. It boils down to leadership. Now, it is so sad. General, they are taking us back some 3 decades back. Beyond 1990. Anna Black Stars, who free players are. We all had to take it in a yani take it manu, and now no to take it about yen to any sika manu. Till next time, my friend now, Antonio Boamudes. That is where the current FA and the leadership have taken us to.
Oh, sir.
Yes, because you do level back to the point in time your Francophone national team person from 1992 Senegal 92 bano you share then encounter that problem ni bim now after 2006 grade your Blasters and Crawford patch on your friend after the qualification to Germany 2006 World Cup every single call up players lobby players are eager.
Oh, yes.
After the 2006 World Cup in Germany, player beer per Blasters, who see a friend Black Stars players, no more person beba. Yanya 1 or 2 occasions, maybe a Michael Essien be injury be an BB. But say national team players, yeah, Fred, the captain Anka say who free ship on Messi. In Thomas Partey. He's jumped out of the ship. Partey. Abe my excuse. Minimum comedy call so when the dear mama count. I'm sure when they called him, from the word go, he told them, say he's not available. Also, I'm sure the processes involved in calling them. They don't just publish the names. You speak to the players. They have to confirm their availability. And then you inform their club. Then protocol officer does their take it. And when the time is due, they come. No reasonable reason was given us. The coach was just playing around West.
Claire say, the other year, invitation of the man earlier, quite fast, Claire said the both home friend.
What was the reason given by the coach?
Oh, that's a party. Also a prayer. Me examine now. Also
just for examination. That was the first one.
First one.
That was the first one. In the second one is
coach ninja happy with the way,
on sufficient grounds to believe said they're not partaking.
But all my team mechanism.
I'm saying, sir, Partey has made himself unavailable for this game.
Yeah.
If the captain has jumped out of the ship, now players bear 5 caps. As a chance, we have made the Black Stars unattractive, not to only fans, so now to the players themselves.
Only shows some feel some baby waste some time. Ghana and qualify.
We have made it unattractive.
Yeah. Oh, sir.
Some fools Ghana and qualifying General. This is
any full planes and risks.
Chief, some more friendly matches.
Angola.
There was no position or taking him saying your position. You are playing the devil's advocate, sure. And you are doing the way in Crawford When did they know the to qualify? Right after your ball 4 matches, ni we call back. Inti nkomodie ben no muni coach ni di ya enu nti ye take it publish your mudin. Because processes no, when call up is being done, they are contacted first. It's general. I'm saying that it boils down to leadership. Simple qualifier. Somebody have to convince them. Say, look, your World Cup qualifiers in put your name in the match. So game we know. Let's come do our best. We still have a mathematical chance. If we don't qualify, it's part of the team building process. Because national team games now are part of team building and building bonds and partnership and the coach imparting his principles. And okay, me na me coach Otuado. Me feel say you were a lot ahead of us. You were chance to see a bit more qualify. Enti mumra. Mode say unqualified crana. You about it me ba friendly matches crana. So we are part of the team. So it's a clear indication that some people are not happy.
And the leadership, can't a free coach in the
it starts right away from the head, the GFA president.
Oh, okay.
It starts right away from the GFA president. He's the president. He led the appointment of the coach. What must I say? The coach, Kurt has not convinced anybody why Otuado is the coach of the Black Stars. Oh, say. You cut time and again say the guy has not coached any team. He has not had any team. Not even a Division 1 team or a 3rd-tier team. Ni akase coach no onie ni metes ni. The Black Stars is the highest level. So why do you gamble? Extremely disrespectful, General. It's for me. I think that the GFA president, first of all, disrespected us by giving us coach Otuado. Otuado is not delivering. The resource is not coming. He's still on. At the end of the day, it's our football that suffer. Saturday I echoes so share Jordan. Ninkomodia no ni akwesia PAD. Troy Ninsa show the disappointment and there's one ever captain. Meanwhile, Kudus is there. Is he telling us now that every game there will be a new captain? Or what is the order of the captainship? And no Krabesa, the guy is not managing the team well. And you see, General, players be to me coach be him. No my jumana mano. Until would these boys not look at Otuado and even say, Bia Bibinti. Now are they telling us boys no muso prepare? Would they tell them to come for checkup?
Okay.
And to me, they have taken us back some 3 decades back, where the Black Stars was so unattractive and players selected games they would play and some turned down invitation to play for the national team. A true level of drew but Edrubebinanka Black Stars, especially after the World Cup qualification in 2006, the Black Stars was extremely attractive to players, and they never turned down call-ups.
Sir Franco Naro. All right, metie musuma drink refa and se bika krai ho. Na fi yaba players na omo penifo invite you on 5 players no. Say na musi ehuno. 6 players. Okay. Na eno so ma drink the fa ho. Rubin Ofori anyway Ifrehin Aba around the other brofo ba na nya sam keto. Wow. The diminishing allure of the Black Stars could indeed be attributed to a series of underlying issues that have rendered the team less attractive to both players and fans alike. An inconsistent management structure coupled with unpredictable team selections and tactics may foster an environment that feels transient and lacking in cohesion, without a clear visionary framework guiding the team towards sustained international success. Players may struggle to see value in long-term commitment. Restoring the prestige of the Black Stars will likely require a comprehensive overhaul in team culture, investment in consistent leadership, and a focused strategic approach to instill both loyalty and pride in representing the national team. Rubin Ofori and anyway Abre. Akwa omo hiya na Buckingham Palace wow. No atro King Charles the speeches near there. All right.
Chief
New Breman sana andi aba yeah.
Sejo sembe bre hame na eba ye football ya se Franco ene na moa na me join pa. Do we know our state right now as a football nation? Do ye nimba bia ye jina kasa. And game of Blaster players a bomber or Tuado as a coach against Nigeria and they qualify call Katano. The level of energy and boys no exhibit and none Otuado or share boys you say who say that's so a woman. That spirit to fight against Nigerians, or your coach, or experience as a player, or your rookie coach, Afena. But does he really understand the situation? The changing of captains, there's an era within the Black Stars. I remember Taka who said those days a man for person bomber JC, they know say leaders and also do your business. You spoke to these guys, where's I know be a person or catcher boys, Apia stadium share could so airport or can't the same thing, Sir Franco Kosciano Beka, Andy Kosciano Beka. But we said, say you are not the rightful person to speak to the boys in that manner and on that moment. Boys need it. What pursue will be out in the fork gum. What can someone almost say dreams players grabbing a beer bossing Sally Jet team no into my tears 7 be more fork or the more a drainage should be more ponting
no crane walk
and good. But I said the moment
is it not true, sir? I didn't know money, won't me shady. Is it not true? No catch on no crana.
A West,
no catcher is all bufu. And the next game in Oma.
Dear Etienne say, Joe, moment,
no national team.
Now that is the point.
New so your Black Stars player. Now some papa catcher, Nuntina Uma. You can forever rest your case.
So that is the point. Men mami free. No baka handsome na wie. Nem rantie no ko face war no baka ko di U20. I don't know ko di U20 before the chi. The pictures came out, the boys saw it. You told us to fight. Now you are with the U20.
What has that got to do with players now, man?
Sir Joe, then where is patriotism now? The leader has run to do business with the U20. What's the boys not fighting? I can feel so. One of the factors. 2. Yes, one of the factors.
Okay.
What's the
point?
What's the
come on.
He has a point.
Say, friend say Keto Kreku, U20 friendly game na course what Germany no acquire no.
He chose the U20 over the Blasters.
U20 for no Ghana.
No.
How many times do you accuse the leadership saying Abribia Blasters and Kwano Mudi?
Okay.
Honest cow.
Okay. You are looking at the crucial stages of the two games.
Yes, of the two games. That doesn't matter. Of the two situations.
Ghana match na ball.
And Untina players now.
One of the major factors. One of the major factors.
Yeah, but the country I players
but I think
maybe you for Franco by Juma Bom. And what Juma Bom boys in a shot here. They read a lot.
And crowd should deserve attention.
Yes.
They deserve
Not
attention,
the
but you're
friendly games,
importance.
some friendly
We are talking
games.
about importance of the situations. Two situations, you know. One is important.
Is your Dama players now?
One of the major factors.
Young Kosu.
Another factor.
They can't take us actually on players in the crew. Niho cry me shows that Kebe was because the casa no kind of
Maybe they
casa
say,
no
not buy.
kind of
Maybe say
absence in that
players, you know,
game. We didn't
players,
affect their
you know,
performance.
you treat them in a way
Now
also to
say,
deserve.
what can name me? One, MUDD, Ket, Ko, Casa, Hashi, Wetina, Kakobo, who now move for more.
But
Sasana, what can I emphasize?
there was no way some boys in the Belgium to me say Ketsubu so more because I could do U20 for the senior Jai. The boys wouldn't have told him that.
Okay.
And they wanted him to be there. No when you face embarrassment, you know. They saw the pictures.
You know, Mama.
One of the factors. Another factor is to say.
Okay.
Say Joe.
Now, me too, pa.
Yeah.
Me too.
Another factor is to say. We don't treat them at the elite level of these guys. Me, be very honest to follow your program. We know. Me can say. Even before Thomas Partey, you know, some of the big boys about fake injuries, suspensions, and some of the boys in fake those situations. You know, I said it before even Thomas Partey. Say Joe, football no edrusro. Yenye niyema mama boys in I assume ye cost to say the deserve no.
Okay.
Yenye niyema ye right. Ebenya the best out of them. And say Joe, ye first boys be the chinchini training grounds. But France for no come Clem Fontaine. St. George's England for no come ko. A year for some boys no share commercial hotels, public places. A year fair. Are we still in those era? You share honor. Football administration has changed. It's changed. Do things that will put the guys in a way. Say, oh, a minor ye ko wu amom no. Almost so ye niema we the my. Dr. Kwame Chei, near no footroom, near Quackras posted my fake radio, Ghana, that mental trauma the guys are going through. Yet they know some of the leaders in their business. And non American, Okotana World Cup, I say 3 games, Ubo suit, you know, magic coffee, 100,000. They think boys in him. Nina affect you. We should do things right. Now, can be players in our man. May I say, MBO? But ABA, Baby Ray, most embarrassing moment of the Blasters. Say, Yajiku, Yenya Jerome Boku, Yenya Salisu. Now she central defenders or blaster camps this year. A catcher say you me no more for and five. A bay yachin ye course at the abeche. Your quack face Angola and in the J. Say Joe, we are in the almost critical moment of the Blasters in recent era. Very critical.
8 players near Antoine Semenyo, Inaki William, Jonas Ajete, Tariq Lamptey, Jerome Opoku, Alexander Jiku, Ibrahim Osman, and I feel Joseph Pencil. Enti mpenifo atonsa de Afre Forsen Amankwa, Terry Yegbe, Osman Bukari, Ebenezer Anan, Kingsley Schneider, and Ransford Yeboah. Okay, enti nipa nsia na omo atonsa de Afre omo. Andike mamra ho enchem ka kodi nkomo kakra. Na me ba na fi de ho bia enso ye de abeka mo ho. Okay, Andy. I mean yeah.
Players no mama ni na obi empire obi a share da ba no mama.
Okay.
Na reason is say they don't have trust. And we leaders now mudi football anymore. Need trust, including the coach.
It started that way. That trust now money or leadership. It started that way.
Some we are shahwa na ababidru no. And unfortunately for us, we don't have a coach to deal with those issues. Yenibi.
Indonesia, Omama for good. So you fancy a qualify and I am qualify. World Cup qualifiers no. So I trust now money or leadership no. World Cup qualifiers so money available. Ombeba.
Yes.
No, so I trust enough.
Because that time no, omu hiya Ghana chair the Ghana nya World Cup. I said you. Omu hiya Ghana chair said the nya But AFCON a
different. AFCON no.
You know, say Blaster bo AFCON Martin ye bo Blast ye bo World Cup match compare ahoden edi bonimi no. Na nke beti akose Mali. Ye nke beti akose Mali. Die na ye watch Mali ye de akose omo.
To what you say you win 2 games now can you win him 1 na qualify and boy is on
2 games.
You fancy you win 1 and be qualifier. The government.
You know, it is possible so meet me aba. But it still doesn't change the fact that they prefer the World Cup than the AFCON games. The who can beat me are possible, but it still doesn't deny the fact that check your World Cup qualifying games, the energy, the strength, the power, the will to play for the Blasters. Said you, missing Kayint, Mali and Jom, Mali or midfield and Kwano. Your Payan from midfield beyond almost to be starting midfield, a bench be soon our bench. and can you show? It is one issues about leadership from the very top. From the very top, may buy that idea of say players need to do or community players or demonstrate entire the FA president but only omo brand players leading komwa sadia na president Ketie so krikuye no they were not happy with a DAC on. In as much as I supported the president at that time, players need be happy with sadia na isi on. Ofri wa na wasa baby blast management committee crowd I mean because they are not managing anything. Omo dey ya dey omo kan ho so omo kan ho bi. Said the be chase go bi abenya bi ntini edom ko. They are not managing anything. Ofri wa then you come to the pitch. Say do say administratively say niema jigua. Say mpanimfo omo da football club ano. So man ntimi ni players I ni nkomo. Omo ntiti players well. Ama players ebo anto omo yem. No omo ni anye so omo bebo baller. The next person will make sure say players ni be happy. Only players ni be kasa. Amoma kuma ato omo yem coach. Intina class bi wa obey omo day. Omo nkofa imagine coach da. Because omo hear the stature and the standard of the club now. Omo call for coach obetimi manage niema within. That is why some coaches are called managers. That is why certain clubs choose coaches who are managers because certain issues within the team omo betimi manage situation no ama bibia timi akoye. Unfortunately, so ya coach Otoado ofa so handle the are you yes sir no money baby and I was telling Sir Franco Nara about Wayne Rooney. Said say Wayne Rooney timi bo England national team here. Kayeka place o money pa and can you Rooney from that. But who talks about Wayne Rooney? Mama reasons why a player should play for his national team and play well for his national team. Can you imagine Gusroa? Kedru coach Wajin and Kawi. Se coach in Swan Timia and captain yes, Edgeman. It is the reason why to date we still talk about Stephen Apia. Se management committee of the Blasters and Timmy, FA and Timmy, yeah, coach or handle. But the moment at the end of do Stephen Apia anymore, case die, case now rested. Blaster players the baby be from team and on the football play, 100% performance out here and the Bema. Into GFA president, a leadership of the FA issue. We don't have a good manager to manage issues within the Blasters, and we don't have a leader on the football play. Captain Krayinibi. It is a do, and same like costing nan. Say player cast or mana coaching team
because of friends who are willing to play this game on these games. As Sudan in the game. Also party so we're willing, we're ready.
Who expect so to have to make country as a party in your shop? Who expect side from Muta?
Intino, what you say on cancer?
Party, also a black.
Also ready to play now.
I'm saying that you don't expect Otoado to come and tell you
Otoado lied.
Said you, I wouldn't buy that one. I won't buy it. Some may expect Otoado so country to play this woman.
Oh, Casey, are you ready to play? But you're not a person of friend.
Otoado na the captain Semono on Odini Humyamo. Into obefa kwa bia to different Thomas and that is very common with coaches.
Okay,
that is very common with coaches. It is general coach intimi, management committee intimi, FA president intimi. Yen send any captain or be manage or park so into your Blaster they dying. The same team. It is the reason why players are demonstrating against the Blasters.
The second free Black Stars camp. SSR players here in Bomudin. Omuna are ready. Omo Black Stars camp. Here because Lawrence Atizigi, Abdul Manaf. Joseph Walakot, Terry Yagbe, Mohamed Kudus, Gideon Mensah, Elisha Owusu, Jordan Ayew, Osman Bukari, Afe Kingsley Schneider, Ibrahim Suleimana, Michael Bedu, Isaac Afo, Razak Simpson, Emmanuel Entry, Nathaniel Ejay, Abdul Fattah Isaku, Ali Duseidu, and Nesmiama Forsen Amankwa, and Francis Ebu. Ka one player ne and obeba Ebenezer Anan ene na Ebenezer Anan beba beka Black Stars and nsa so ewo enkrai nsa aka free ho eno nti enche yeba san ahwem biom na fe 6 players no mo invite omo no enso so mo ho asem bia no so mo de ato edwa. So Keto Kreku telling the players to up their game and win matches for the nation too has become a problem. Some media houses were so happy when Kurt told the players to up their game. But today, it has become an issue for players to boycott a call-up. Abasa. We a free patrol land service hashtag when we are brain. Mamisha Ohiniba Kwachi Cologne, Germany. Anyway, by Ohiniba Kwachi Cologne, Germany. Ohiniba say the recent withdrawals of key players from the AFCON qualifiers highlight deep-seated issues within the Black Stars and Ghanaian football as a whole. Unfortunately, those involved in our football management seem unable to recognize how serious the situation has become. While some continue to push for a third term for Kurt, it's clear that our football has been in a steady decline for years. Yes, we convince ourselves that nothing is wrong and that everything is in order. We hope we have gone from consistently reaching the AFCON finals to struggling to qualify from the group stage and now even facing challenges in qualifying for the tournament at all. Once a highly respected African soccer powerhouse, our team has become a target of mockery, unable to win against countries with far less footballing history. It's time for those managing our football to acknowledge their failures and open the door to a fresh, constructive dialogue about the future. Ohiniba Kwachi, Cologne, Germany. Anyway, about country, I will so yanka brofo, na brofo I will talk to okay. Yanfa nunsiai. Yachia Ghana for more Cologne and so enina. Me kwaba very interesting messages about me din komoba ni nyina no yede hunsem ebebremo. Mo WhatsApp videos no and so ha ni nyina no ebetiti. We hope say ebefa discussions na ye no. Me call Dr. Grace Boadu as a Grace gift of a cordial ha Abigail and so ewa ha wakasa na ne ringi say ko bed. Ono so atrasi. Doc, say it.
Say you.
Yes.
Ubeka say na no aye bae o kira ade bi.
Yeah.
Adanse api mu he.
E wa hifa. Na so da ade beba. Ana anye
o kira nka etwade se.
Ebe
ya ka bemma. O koda bia.
Fa ho we hu.
Fa ho, fa sra ho. Trobo mane nwo ho enonom no na koda. Se ufie ha ya o
boys in there
nipa kron we boys there wonka san kwada abonefo no ho na mintimi mmoni dene de metimi aka na se owa oye banana pa o hwe ni nyina so a ibiribi no so mu be yedu kama
sports funu mana
wo ayi enkase ebofo no
no malam
ye
ne malam
senyo no nko ane wa ho
malam ne wa abiem
o se mfa kan ni kura so no nso wa
o se bagari wa usuro malam na boni die
mintimi boni
okay
sena o wona fuo mu a wo tie dokota
ho e balawa
na wa be dia dance o me mra fidie so say wo fa sembe na wo kan so ade mu di sie kura yi twa wo de abeto so na ono abetena so intimi sremo dokota de na wo kire ye no se wo be ma fa kan ho enema mienu na aya ma ba nte no enema mienu anka atwade keke o ya wo de srasra na hem
for how long ana wo de da na
Sejo obeye diada
amade achi hey I see
Sisia ya no madas o ka kire so o ti kakra bi no e
o se na okona o ba bia onam no na wadase ni twetwesi na no de wote nti okoye no na ebi nso sinifie o se akutuo ni bi sinifie nti okoye na o se wotwen brem minwa
malam
na
Baltazar
eniema ya mano no wabedi adanse abona baso nti ebe ya nkasa si subiem kwansa na yakono obi wo hwa na wotwe etwem no wantie adanse abeyidie siso dokota
Gabi o de fa numbers no tu dwanza numbers no ti
Grace Gefete Heba Clinic ohwim sukun kwanta na so bareka si kwan yeso ohwim usi sukun kwanta no so a busa so pe Grace Gefete unsani fa so hwa untu na mu nuru enum kura na waduru asopiti fefefe senkyerene ko na ekoso me si emire yi mu no emre bi achi a ye wo mu yi senkyere ne nkoa ne adanse nkoa ye nim said dear esikoba ye kura sese nyame hye no ho animonyam e wo grace gift wo sa so na mo wo nkran so a ana mo a mo ban nkran utivre gen apuye mantem finfin mantem fo ne nyina mo nko nu atwemota petroleum ye ne family laugh nkwada suku no ene hwene mu e wo ho na no mesia ye didi dwumane mema no se ebia wutie na se ukunu ni ha no watu kwa na bibi nti ukunu nya kwanya nti adwumade bia tie oba aka kire na wana yesi anibo a ekotirem oba no wonu wani begie Cello 54 tele
0543
tele 2
32
cello
00
tele cello
30
cello 54 tele
0543
tele 2
32
cello
00
tele cello
30
ana de ye mosapo no eno nso nie cello 246
0246
518
518
cello tele
003
cello 246
0246
518
518
cello tele
003
Sajo ade ne se kire ne sa ho eya na eyi kakra na ya na me wo hawo aburuchirefo no ntimi nya ade ne koro gente sese na ye nya no wa yes ntimi nya ne sa te sese na nya because there was a time bi mbekira ade bo wa me yusu akakaduru but akakaduru na obi e ka kire me se omo wo na enye de ye wo Ghana difference omo mu nya ye no result omo mu ye no wa ase no result omo nya ye no ye more than omo mu aburuchiri no eti ade na ibi wo na wo kira na ye de wo but then I make can say akwan kura dance odi ye sisi say doctor me da wase pa se me gro me hu sisi na hwe mase a sabi e why tun okay e no kura e she rashes e na say oh ye rough a e be hot set na akwala ye na etie no o say o be ma bi o ho a so ro ta o ta yi na se o but so ro na se be ka se enne e na o sha se yi na se be ka so on yi na se kura da dudu na omu nim dia me yiken se wo ta de nkotwa de nta afa ho a ho no eye roughness no ko na why smooth tem bia hot se kwala fresh ene biem won san nkotwa de kita ascorbic acid stimulate cells no ene ntiri na kita ade ni be ba no emu no stimulate ni ye pa especially wo dia wo na wada amade ya chen bo sa ho ma chen na ebo ntimku first thing twa so we den uhu no ena me ye den me ka no say na no me yere me kan no Sajo na no ye kan asem bi say sa kind of a sikiri yade ne hypertension na ku amanfo Ghana another thing am say hunu biem ye ma ne mema prostate ne fibroid eno so da wo mo papa na Sajo o baby say sa yade we prostate and a fibroid won say e two gender diversity so fibroid enye mema because a mema reproductive system no is different from a made. It's a man of fibroid here in a woman. A man no so no, the pacho, yan so fibroid in yen. No more the Yesu yano, or your reproductive system, a prostate enlargement. These are the two different things. But when it be, as I'm sending you a reproductive system problems in Intino, a yan hormones and a cofaba. A mama, hormone regulate yeno, your fribako androgen, and your fribako estrogen. And the more bema ye bema near muscularly built, ye barrisin ma. Your chest, a pija, your broken voices, a beam your mustache and a BS. Sani money nano, me pacho sa androgen and a testosterone. Na bra imbalance basis our hormones no. Bema reproductive system no be touch man. Especially when the testosterone e convertible by dihydrotestosterone likely so bema no imbalance aye den aba wo betima aye den achew e ba sana na stimulate the growth of prostate enlargement prostate gland no prostate gland no play specific role ema hwe akwakwa ese swimming pool se nkwam wanu tu kwan efri o testis nim ana o show nim na se fa bema no ba oba nimu a mesre wa edi kan ba beku prostate gland nim as a swimming pool na drobo of prostate gland nim oh aye friend say alkaline na dika treat moa no nkwam wa no sperms no omo mu ni ahoden no ansa na besi akwakowura oba anim tienie it is sperm no free testis nim ana be ma no show no eba be go prostate gland nim a na mo swim wo prostate nim a double inside the friend say alkaline no mo omo swim wo ansana omo travel akọ obam de anti ati sa ne say oba na se sabi fina kosu akuma no kọ inside ono kakra no a acidic environment it is common na swim wo prostate mo alkalinize wo mo a eduru sa acidic environment mo a yo mewu and be weak so the prostate gland no and we here pa and no crop let me pump sperm here e ma sperm no ba it is a who touch ma a problem it is no say who touch ma jun sokura na e obi ho den because no akwa say bentoa and the pump ade here den epie and the pressure be pump ade epie it is a enlarged da the pumping capacity no e be weak so na the problem here den e ba obo say timi hu sa na koka dro ben na jun so here den e fam no na esi jun so no den e kwan prostate hu hia pa na mom se bema o hormones no enko yie na ye imbalance a like so benya sa prostate no e ma no so ntiem yie e ma no so sa the same thing e ma no so hormones a your friend androgen estrogen and friends progesterone se no so no imbalance e ba mu a affecting reproductive system no e mo nya fibroid sajo hwe ye onia bebre wa shrinking fibroid o and a prostate you never be boy shrinky e be shrinky natural e be wo a imagine e be wo na doctor ni na wo call nchen no et me hwe wiye na what change your lifestyle den ama what did you kwa keke it me shrinky prostate se doctor ni nim nta nim die na e be wo so wo ba wo se naturally no wo sha se wo call clinic no na ade ne ye den esan ana se etwesan ene obi wo so a so ba ni nya fa nyin se pa na agera apɛ be ayi den afa say na ede etie na the young one said the intermediate say mo say from last week to this week prostate sebi afa grace gift nya de ketwa be ye 2 months ni at least amafo dodo na de na ye den eko enti na my no said dabi ene ma me be kan ho asem ne because be ye 1 month to 2 months ni no sa de na eba more ana o mu nyina so nya solution set sa de a o mo tifie ne ye den and now compelling me some and come wasn't name prostate enlargement e wo memam and a man also fibroid tienie ye wade o white me shrink no se wo se wo nyinni a e ya bisa se prekese djuma be na di
soup incense prekese asem
prekese wo ye mi se djuma edi si ye ni prekese ni benefit ma on ke entrance in complaining
and so man if you say a man na se prekese boy no de ye no mo yi amai
basajo si ye di prekese ya experiment o sa man ho a ubebo nsema ma no sa de no e ya na mi bisa se hwentia e ye de ade
srim nose
eso won say ye wo ho a ye fa ya dwenko
e brofo
one of the best pa I want Africa no say wo kire broni ni proper one because
it was one of the best I won Africa everybody
hwentia yes sa ne ma na me kika ho asem yi
okay
e ye ho adwuma so hu but when nya ni onimu a unso no hunu perfect so hu hunu perfect grace gift oba ho a niama edidi dwuma ho no niama ya establish in Africa ya na adua na edidi mo adwuma adeketo bi o na ekọ so hu it is sad you went na compel me say na meka ho asem ene due ebiem aniama we ya meken esa pevi we mo ba ni ba ni asase pa o sebi abato mo etimi fifiri o etika ade ntina un say obeka ya sejo way back na yen complaining of barrenness for Ghana say ma be complaining say ena bintimi wo ena awode no emu ayi week ena na yenti of late ya na sane man ye den ever Africa it wasn't part obeka ya so obema wade oba 6 months pepe na nkumafo no bisan say da be ne ye nana ne beba because it wasn't part niama ni ye won Africa ye forget entia
ya say no
sa de na friend say trowa no alas nyadoa sejo se me kase me ka ho asemo a hwe ni shape
oba fu
me kase me ka ho asemo a ense mebri se opa mu a hwe aba egum hwe aba pa elen egum
ye funa
enche obibi keke na mema Abigail Erika kraka ho da ofa fa numbers no tudwa na yen hwa de
The ginger here is different to. So Dr. Gabi is right. Okay, name or UK. Anyway,
I know you didn't. You know, correct. Enti monsanye no mesena. Abigail de no twaso ane yeko. Cello 244
0244
126
126
123
123
Cello 244
0244
126
126
123
123
Anna Cello 246
0246
518
518
Cello tele
003
Cello 246
0246
518
518
Cello tele
003
Now what can I say?
Medase. Dear Dr. Gabi Kai, fibroid. Fibroid. A man you will be pa. Obi ohon de akọ hospitals akoyi. But oyi and enchena asaba. And a Grace Gift Herbal Clinic se fabra. Na ye were dry ye de mawa e bed shrinky. And nuntina ye see obi oye chini di for pa. Na one de one jishu ni na ne yare no say fibroid no. Say prostrate no or dia Nancy hospitals in na ne ho anto na na bema buo no. Grace Gift Herbal Clinic so de fabra near the yenhwema. Na ya no ba ya na nya se ye ma wodro na no na se kojai wadro. Ye hwehwe the root cause of yare no. Ade kura de ba ye mpempenso a edro ansa na ye de edro eden account. Enti yesrewa wo fia wutie bia ye kasache obi na bema buo se Grace Gift Herbal Clinic se ye de ye da so to nchia no. Enti ato okoso pa. Enti fa oyare na wabema buon fa bra na yenhwem
ana sajo ebinum so kika se Grace Gift ya ren yatum misrewa yenye ye gusu ye adwuma competent pa
yatum ase ka mo
ntino omo kika sa asem no mo hwe ni ye
mo frɛ Grace Gift numbers no na omo bɛyɛ nneɛma bebrebe ɛde ama
pa cho mo nkona me ne se adwo to
no ni asem bia.
Oh, suppose was in be here.
David.
Some me board boku wa bu kire Manchester.
David.
Sekotoko
get out. Okay. All right. The end so Grace Gift, Mr. Ramo. Mon friend numbers no. Na omo enemo entwetwe enkomo na Mr. Omo ebeyu yade be how bia enso afiri ho e de amount. Ivory Coast ignored their foreign players and used their local based players in a competition when they showed insubordination, and they were successful. We always fear taking risk in life, and that hinders our progress and forward going. Ghana should do what Ivory Coast did and forget about these foreign players who don't want to play for their country. Kofi the way free Toronto. And so abeka yensa ene anope awa Mohammed Betransi na afio de afem kakra ewo Africa de aka nyina na Kwame ede ama ede abafie na abadwendwen nsem so eho kakra. Who told Newton that if Kurt was in Libya, Sudan couldn't have beaten us, or Sudan couldn't have beaten us? Okay, Kurt was in Kumasi before Angola. Kurt was in Kumasi for the Ghana-Angola game. Angola beat us. How can a serious player say Kurt wasn't in Libya, so he wouldn't come and play for Ghana? Are they coming to play for Ghana, or are they coming to play for Kurt or Kreku? Spain Boga. And so they are by no. Talisman. Players rejecting national call-ups. He who seeks equity must come with clean hands. The segment of the system that criticizes painfully to ginger fans' hatred against them remains the paramount catalyst to their deliberate rejection. All the praises were showered on Otto Addo. The same tongue is whipping them now. We are our own enemies. Everything in Ghana is bad. Talisman, there or the Abarano. Awa.
You are 12th of November. Now, the final day for the deadline of presidential nomination. Wow, person contested for the CAF presidential elections. And final day. So only Dr. Patrice Mochepe Nkwana till now, I mean, you can say you file. Initially, now there were indications that some of the northern caucus from the northern part of the continent, ebe declare whether say Mubema Fauzi Legja Meka, the Moroccan Royal Football Federation say either or no and our former EFA make Egyptian Football Association Hani Abu Rida say one of them na mo be support no say on be join the race no, but up till now say you ubia nyamai.
Okay. So yeah, no post.
Yeah, it's likely. From now there it's like because a net 12 in the nature say nobody has filed apart from him. So what it means say nyame boa March next year 2025 no ye ko confirm no as the president of the Ghana the CAF Meka Confederation of African Football ko confirm Dr. Patrice Motsepe as the president of the Confederation of African Football. Non san twaso for the second term as the president. Sergio, minim say no awunya that indication say FIFA banning younger. Omo abane omo both make a transfer omo si domestic and international omo ntimi register player bia. Na nyina ye Augustine Okran sem ya. So be kaya after say FIFA etina case no so they've seen say there are some unpaid wages and salaries amounting to over $24,000 and team no entry and my players no. After say omo terminated the contract unilaterally. So the player decided to take the case to FIFA. So eno enyimre mo na betu just say FIFA ban omo and omo instructed said the Tanzanian Football Federation mo mpene mamu register any player bia within the domestic country within the country na Tanzania no, and internationally so omo ntimi for player bia emma ho, and until say omo tua that amount no ye $24,400 am all those unpaid wages edima players so omo nyentua FIFA so omo mpene emmo register player bia.
Okay.
Omo so omo mpene and say yo CAF Women's Champions League na twaso.
Okay.
You bought the first round of games, and the second round of games, twaso. And you've seen University of Western Cape omobe involved. And I think the game many be also a two-time champions, me come Melody Sundowns Queens, and then Omoni TP Mazembe game. No, one of the game I said you a bit tiki my attention power ever competition na so. So you so Hakim Ziyech so withdraw from the Moroccan call up for the AFCON qualifiers. For them, they are already the host nation now, and even qualifiers. Say you more we know games they are true. So I don't think say any big blue beer with regards to Hakim Ziyech ne withdrawal no. But say you cover on Black Stars. Na new things so be kasa for your defensive pen no. Say you any Angola and here bet me consider be 2 to 3 goals. Say you.
Okay.
Already an inconsistent backline. Me players now mano said the defense in the beno. Who knows? You probably Razak Simpson. Per the defenders or ABI he can get an opportunity to start in that game against Angola.
Okay.
Make the local player our Free Nations FC. Wabano said you. And because ye need Jerome Opoku, ye need Alexander Jiku, ye need Mohamed Salisu, ye need Abdul Mumin. So Nathaniel J. he has been part of the call-up now. And with the injuries of these guys, and also the subsequent withdrawal of these players, this is probably one of our lowest team, say Black Stars, as we go into Angola. Maybe say players be brave who say identity Ajiegwanisa. But okay. A big problem because your game because after these two games, Black Star and game be till March. Where the last international break for the year. An international break shall see a match now ending November. And only problem I mean with okay. Either said they faked injury or they didn't fake. So a bad decision being taken on their part.
All right. I think we are pampering these players. People who ignore you in your shameful moment have no moral right to come near you when situations turn around. The players know we can't qualify for Africa and have decided to abandon us, adopting the dead goat syndrome. Same dead goat will demand for their inclusion come World Cup qualifiers, knowing that we stand a better chance of qualification. The sad thing is that those sacrificing for us now will be dropped for opportunists like Partey, Joseph Pencil, and their likes. Monkey go work for baboon to chop. This nonsense must stop. NTK Ejuso, May ye the other politics in every person politics are stage being mount to Kudinaso. Like a can platform way so. All right. I'm writing regarding your recent commentary on Newton's delivery concerning the president's remarks. While I agree the president's statements weren't inherently objectionable, Newton's focus was on the timing of the delivery. You'll concede that sometimes even well-intentioned advice may not warrant applause or attention if the person giving out such advice isn't himself. The player's subpar performance is acknowledged, but let's consider this, sir. Are they unaware of the Ghana Football Association's president's own shortcomings? As Ghanaians and national team players, they are aware of our local league's struggles, including the lack of headline sponsor and TV rights benefits for clubs. In this context, it's puzzling that the GFA president will criticize player performance without acknowledging his own role in these issues. This raises questions about accountability and leadership. As the Bible says, your works will follow you. Galatians 6:7-8. Will Florentino Perez's criticism of his players be tolerated? Likely yes, because effective leadership demands self-reflection and accountability. Okay, sincerely, Henry, anyway, every Department of Social Studies, University of Education, Winneba, and anyway, and so our brain. All right, yeah, to so. Me call Dawood Heba, I say, na ma fan crab talk a crabby about me ba. Na fi assign at the other local sources no a brain. Say a call foreign base my baby no me can bad. International break, you know. Say how nikiti biasa.
Man, you na story so, but
yeah.
Me know all the two that
NTK ni Henry talisman so dear.
Obama will message you.
Okay.
Talisman to be a Ghana be anye. Obama will message and NTK say monkey the work. Babu the chop.
Babu the chop.
Yeah, Obama me.
Okay, now we so Henry so can president so shortcomings.
Say president in Adi into a couple players here.
No one shany the so e kobo players.
You know I say yes I you could be anti ko biase.
Okay.
You kruma. See yes I you nearly da ba okra because you leaders your mode boss so any okroma no. Hey so
A player has told someone that most of them are not comfortable with Otto Addo and his tactics. Again, some of them are doing this in support of party not being invited. So my question is, will they come for the World Cup qualifiers, which Ghana is seen in a good position to qualify? If I were the coach, I wouldn't call them for future matches. And I hope those supporting them won't come back to complain. Tell Naro that the coach said Partey wanted to come, but he stopped him. I have attached the video. Kokudia, Dichamso, and so dear, I don't know. Dr. Dawood, Kakre Binafi Yemetwaso, Emamo, Kessben Television, Kessben 3.3.
And we are nominated for your friend Dr. Dawood. Menameda Dawood Heba Hospital ano. Na enna meso enna ne Dawood ointment. Dawood 360 capsules wodwa manso a enne obi adi hu adanse. Na duwe edutwem Dawood ointment. Dawood ointment or se fetwi na ebeko. Ofa Dawood 360 capsules or cc na ade wom. Na drum yenu we e adwuma bom. Obi a osisi ye o yapa. De obeye ne se o de Dawood ointment no etwitwe osisi na anopa ene anwumre a. Nansa bia no na o de bia bo asawa obetimi de atua. Udware wi a fa Dawood ointment. O de te ne fa sra. Ta bre kro na no na wonom Dawood 360 capsules no anopa ene anwumre. Na danse na ba amane o de enko na enko ti adanse ni bi.
Dawood ointment edrowe me straighten and well done. The toda me po djuma na me honam nyina me hu bibi enyi ba se minya sa Dawood ointment we na me twitwia na no pa so minya Dawood 360 na me no mo a eze kware me ye adwuma kura se kane no te drowe de edi masema ma na be di so asema ma
electrician na ye adwuma ekofia yentimi na Dawood Ointment. So yeah, you man now bra. Okodru fia. Fatwichi. Ade beche no. Na why den. Dawood Ointment. Fatwi keke. Nebeko.
Ram use for mama ho den pa mama metumi bo djuma bi be kama e mama ye. Dawood 360 capsules. And a Dawood Ointment. Oh, memory we no now the way no so twitwi wa apostle. E be ma ya oni nyina afiri o ma de extra to be bo djuma. Dawood Ointment. Fatwi na ebeko.
Da bia amfo company da wo ka musa akọ spreader. Me secret na nu ani ebugdo na ani. Dawood Ointment ene papa. Me sori anopa me di twitwi me sisi achi. Me babia he. Me ntebre secret ni nie. Ti so person what say me a we use Dawood Ointment. That's the secret of my taxi driving.
Me a transmission gearbox specialist. Ejuma me ye. En kan na me pega ade a na me nsakura ntimi pega. Na say me ma ade so na lock me sisi. Ti say fi say me share Dawood 360 capsules. And the Dawood Ointment. Aboa me bebre the dry na so amente ya mente bla bia. Obia mo modern so betimi ape Dawood Ointment and the Dawood 360 capsules. Enya bi ato.
Odofo se wate bi. Aduro ya me ka ho asem no. Eno ho adanse e ne wono madi no. Ko pharmacy e ben wo. Herbal shop e ben wo. Ne koto Dawood Ointment. Dawood 360 capsules. Na se de enkrofo di ho adanse no. Wo so be di ho adanse. Wo pesa wo frɛ ya. Eno na wo screen ase no 0244 88 64 37 na 020 168 1717. Baby a yeton aduro wo man Ghana mu bia no de wura house pe Dawood Ointment and Dawood 360 capsules.
Okay, yes, sama mu nyina kwa babiom. Program no dia nim said that's so your midfield action. Kessben Television, Kessben 93.3, Kessben 92.9 Accra. Na fi mu amohwe DSTV no yenyimu mfiri mu kra. Oko channel 364 DSTV on sabekan sanso and a channel 121 ewo Go TV on sabeka programming and so live. Okay. Mamimra bejafo na yenhwem kakrai. Ansana. Mamimra bejafo na yenhwem kakra ansana others nyina so yede akamo ho. Ni wo say na woko screen anim.
Yeah, chief. Definitely. Okay. Problem ho.
Ewo hin.
Ye team num blaster. Come.
Na blaster. Say a problem na kata blaster na.
Say you
emu de hin na.
Say no dey on the field in America.
Okay.
Unfortunately, ye Lusujiku, Salisu and Jeremy Poku. They've been the most consistent trial ever children.
Okay.
And a movement. It makes it 4 straight central defenders I use so more consistently.
Okay.
Say Joe Munyina Emba. Now Terry Yegbe and Dikema down for Aba. Razak Simpson so ewo Nathaniel Ajay so which duo and a ball which already am I a crucial moment and you do not come there and then Midfield so issues will hop and then of course in the final third I'll be talking about a lot even more injury histories in the crown me highlight be brave now you show the way forward of this current blaster team now you dey face Angola and then Nigeria say Joe a lot.
All right, quickly, Mamisha, players now you from Ebeka Hono. I'm saying na if you muka crave, you muka crave in Kahon. Na local source no and so ho na fi wodi no and so hu hia ye papa. E hwede nyina emu. Nyame ya aduma say de yaka no. Thursday ya wade yai. Sudan and Niger at the better so the ending. In the whole be chassis say be call an mass ni be gina ho be chassis fro the Sudan enya 1 point kra no I'm say academic exercise bi na yes enti yenhwe
and say 1 point here Sudan.
Oh yes. So Sudan be lose no san ko lose against Angola.
Na ye mu ma
yes ya ko Angola Niger. Yes.
And they Angola near home. Yeah. Wait, ye team ye two has ye two sele wait near the well.
And home matches no and the answer. This is football.
You know, say yes, ye do man say we will preview the game and Sanya be review
and predict.
Into yes, ye do man no.
Preview and predict.
Sorry, ye be do man no. Say na nkanesa anka intimate discuss say we player we say player we deserve call up. Nke be twen say Yanko family ma fo nyina ankobo ye say ansa na yabeka say omu deserve call up and aso omu deserve ki yabeka say yanko tafo ne yanko fo omu mbobo mfikyire omu say Ghana fo nyemfo omu nkobo ansa baje do a yenye ne sa ye see ye hwe people who deserve to wear the national team jersey to represent the national team. It is the reason why enra na make say national team call up no o ma ye ni team by team.
Force na mankwa ya frɛ no abɛka ho. Terry Yegbe ya frɛ no abɛka ho. Osman Bukari ababeka ho. Ebenezer Anan, Kingsley Schneider, and afi Ransford Yeboah. Team by team nasma what can I say?
Oh, national team is all matching.
How much team say?
Apart from Kotoko, we are the constant factor in terms of the call up near concern.
Kotoko.
Yes.
I don't know the intro, but was
politically connected. The way you know. Why are the House of Folk complaining that our own cat doesn't belong to their corner again? Why are they complaining? And I will refuse of Mohammed message in our idea. Or say, President Kate used to critical wishing an happy birthday one, which has folk happy birthday. House of Folk, elusive to Heart of Lions, President posted the Facebook page. He posted a lion on Abanenum.
Why?
President Kate used to critical on Facebook. After Heart of Lions, I have 2 nil. Who's happy channel?
And I visit.
I didn't know, and Heart of Lions, I have 2 nil. On me, one lion. He was smoking House of Folk. You know, into Kotoko, the any politically connected. And as I'm on a entry ball, you'll be, would you Kotoko supporters class on your call up? I do not call him. Our mom friend. Samates.
Emmanuel Entry.
Yes. Would you Kotoko supporters on your blaster call up and there? They will not call him.
Undeserved?
Bob and our about deserve the crucial stage of the blasters. This is the crucial stage. You know, your experienced players are owning in our field and can hear them. And almost say almost a demonstration at Tampa in front of this is the crucial stage. I had only how now experience, I had now maturity you used to bring all those players on board. Nan come back fight it because bona yeah, hope to see a better than players. No, they will need a motivator and a leader in there. Into Hanan Kenya experiment. Into Kotokodia from Frederick Asari and Abba Emmanuel Entry.
And your better players are or position in Ghana.
You know, it is not Ghana alone. Yeah, it's a also. I got us in Rich Molam to Momo, and yes, from Mob Blaster. Rich Molam to Yea call AFCON, the biggest stage in Africa. Send us young starting. Uncle Angola, Rich Molam to Kotokotimi Obama, on Zame for captain, one your best player. Ubiaka same friend Blaster. Ubiaka Rashid or Ha, Kakotokonto MP. Samates ni no okoye so Ohana Samates betona kakoto konto MP okoye obi aka same friend is he not playing Kayeke was the best player okoye what is obi aka same friend blaster no but those guys are playing in Africa. They are not playing in their comfort zone, but nobody is saying we should go and call those people, and they are better than what we have here. Okay, so no create me corner na ma bi okro ntime mo ba na on sa be check good strong sanko enti genoa ene call Samates.
No, I'm interested. Kotoko constant say.
Kotoko constant. They are the only team among this regime that continue to be part of the blaster call up locally.
And
I'm saying Kotoko because they move with the regime now. This is no news. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And of course Samates and then other nations. Until Omuchim. Na yewe ina mo abetima ko buza TV right. The biggest news ever happened to Nations FC is to see their player in the blaster shirt. News bien who Abasama says so chess or player ever blaster. So you knew better to tell Ubeti me question TV right. One with me is Ubeti me question say Yan TV right and Ubeti me over that. So it is a way I did be a no to crack. So you move na na free blaster na ho na ekobo. It is static. They are being
call up and say Keta no say the top players and the top teams no.
Exactly. And that is my opinion. You can dispute it, but that is my opinion.
It was the top nations.
Or they
talk.
You know, me say
or they Koto Samates. Me mo players no more demo.
What's it?
Any players no more demo.
Me say my players are far better than these have they been called. Me say Richmond Lamptey players no Ghana Premier League. One year Rachel Lamptey. Why? Keke was the best player because friend blaster. I got us back to confuse me on Monswan. Or has on Monswan. And he found no. Yakas from blaster. No. It is a way strategically. Into team ko boost TV right. It do about to our throw a player blaster. Was here per 3 times uncle my. It is the reason why all the clubs are quiet. Now ye moment crying more than they believed. That is the strategy now. Sir, need to kind of catch a players no more microphone woman. So call up our libe. We penny binti na oba. Omunim say we a penny we akra or a penny waiting. On deserve see a man back on the omunim players nim. And penny phone or microphone na players no cast or man. And penny phone him reasons no omunim. Player be said there be on hwe players no mbojana na coach to adun titin we go sia. Obi so no bi mu ne bolik ye retin wo league nim che on ba yim fi na kra nto nsia me ha no. And it is AFCON. And said, "Oh, we don't have a coach that will be bold enough to say that don't come back and building my team." Yedibi. And he said, "Oh, and penny for no, yeah, the bit me I did out. You guys are born to Aaron as I call up." Just after the game against Sudan and Niger, Ghanaian said they be to Adam Why. Odishi or the best support here can 1 week in Guy. Otado is doing his work. At the class and enche go start being almost share. Enche so atrema being almost share. Enche obia began a share kakra. Eti me say, Utimunya Kotoko, Utimunya has. Said you, Benjamin Asare go now that the man has to fukuno. So you'll be considered in the blasters. Benjamin Asare, or you'll be considered in the blasters. But how for now complaining? They know the reason why they are complaining. Once I got this bag, won't defend you. Almost won't defend you. Almost situation now. It's Genoa.
That's a Pato won't defend you.
Pato, the last one for has margin. Obi so our name. Got it back there. Some go to Facebook and there they are there. It is a joke, sir. It's ye beka and a class in Kasa and a class in Casananka Gaka President Kokasa. Na class in Penifona say a copacha 1 pound. Say do I road and baby. And Penifona almost ya obi Mr. Kudofiano. Time I know you're born, be credited, you know, yes, I am near your marry. A dear position a Kudofiano crown or Ghana football. Or no, criticize the FA president. And Penifona didn't chin about 1 more boating, then Penify the right and almost so much patch or the ama. Ain't Genoa. Class and you be a be enjoy. Be say, Obi ask a Yama look up play chance. Into be a be enjoy. Saka crack. Ain't you do 3 times now Congress. You know, also.
Well, players need be your home. Even though now what you mean to me, because it's me mountain. Apart from entry, I mean, say ne form in there. I mean, Tias, you can't fast or invite in the Black Stars. To me, can say and far Razak Simpson of Nation and are full of Samatex. What do you mean can say about them because or more form?
Okay. Enti Joseph Edu.
Yeah.
Eba Nations Razak Simpson Bebenchino. You know,
you never see him for local players.
And in a guy.
No, but Joe, treaty the local
content. I'm saying that the reason why they are giving teams, make a blaster, may reduce to anything to local. Make a blaster, call up.
Most of them found local boys. Yeah, 4 months, most of the 2 teams.
One more kind. What has been the position of calling local players to the blaster? Me, what has been my position? First, no,
this is a local boy, be a friend, be a near the 2 team.
You know, I'm saying that the strategy is now let's move from this, apart from Kotoko. Yen free, no, Samates, and I'm a boy.
Yeah, medium.
No, sorry, no, medium. Fatau, and then
but coach, the house of folk when you're bio.
Fatau, call up. Okay. I'm saying, Minkas, Nasabia, who place. I'm saying that.
But you know, gets no crap.
I'm saying that. Ada became in the Becassa, so I'm cooking TV writers and there's an kind. Mr. One, we am penning for crab catch and so glad interview. What TV writers in you? What it need a cocoa cat trebi be there and up and catch them. Master, how could we a day from a top man?
Need a cocoa basket for
a penny power to go on a friend of Massa, or a day. It is in what that is the way to go now. Minkas will be now call up. And I'm saying that is the way to go.
But I mean, I'm in Papa said, I change here now because I've seen Sir David Abagna enya call up abagana nya call up
Maxwell Abekwe
no club bay Maxwell Abekwe no club bay we've seen those guys Fatau Hasbro captain he's had a call up or no Kokasa stadium no sono South
African yeah
yes we've seen them so ebi aka come convince me say a change wo kwa mu na nsan
dia me say that is the way to go now and I want the American me say that is the way to go now
okay
yeah battery yeah call for 10 a kwa bel ye be fast when your clubs and the support the way to go now is that let's give each and every team where ye ho now mumra say the be do say a petete na ye we mu betimi ya support and I'm saying that
okay.
So we see you of some that's my opinion
okay
ni we see you of Samates ni a free player or blaster will you rise against the FA
no how dem know ya jude
continue say you boss be na wo we nation see you ni yes ko gina maye or congress now we are free player in the blast you never dreamt of say you never dreamt of na free player or blaster I will say oh sorry again the FA Obeda no sorry in all these TV rights that we're talking about has any club official come out to question the FA why the clubs are not benefiting from the TV right General Obianka it is a situation here it call up na unta teriye gwe omo frɛ Obianka need to saw the videos never the statistics in the musa
why
teriye gwe
okay
who says only more of ball playing center back
okay
ni defensive say on tackle enye but say yem fa ball ni movie oh my follow no say even some couple of weeks now me team of the week am I
and deserve call up is that what you saying
oh like there be men can say on
Andy make his out you know point you know and in the person just say Tereg and deserve
call up penny be akra ntino omo de na ba
penny be akra
he played for Vision FC and the Vision belongs to who? He was a former player of Vision FC.
Terry
yes.
No, Vision FC.
Yes, the Vision FC belonged to who? Terry Egbe statistics no more than no. So statistics now all back under 23. Those statistics were there. He came and he couldn't deliver. In any case, now Mohamed Salah is one Champions League. He played with the very best in Europe. Oba how timbo. Into statistics no more than any day. Thomas Partey played for Arsenal. He earns £200,000 a week. Oba how timbo. And you don't pull those statistics anyway. The player is not good enough for the Blasters. That is it. About Champions League, about Europa, we've seen Salisu playing in the Champions League. He couldn't deliver in the Blasters. And those stars, the player is not good enough for the Blasters. You know, at the high that we want to go. Now only local players, now our statistics now, Upon Fan was far better than him. I was spoke about Upoku. Tafuni boy now no Benab, he was far better than him. General, he is simply not good enough for the Blaster. And a Blaster, no. You name your status, you name your level. And the other politics in the campaign, your day and your board, no quan, and then penning for enjoy. Whilst Ghanaians are suffering, while the Blaster is suffering, and then we are on the verge of missing out in the AFCON for the first time in 20 years. Bibia confirm with your football. Can they set up for once? Say you. Bibia or Bibia where you born in Bia confirm. Bibia who say this corner there, you're rising na ye ko ni ye kwa ko face. Ye kwa under 20. Omko ball games with Germany I can ye ba omko we ne wana. Omko ka say central for the agency players na we no. Ye fa na so hu de omde ye. No, not just this corner say at least e bia aban we and I say era we dear coach yet we yet Debbie. Nothing seems to work for the national teams. And I'm saying that you're penning for no more diamond. And you go to the level of Blasters play declining call up. So you want to do Ghana Blasters. You want to do. Until the earlier they set up, the class will not talk because they are benefiting. But you know, the earlier they stand up and rise against the system to make sure say on be prepared grounds in football now back no for the better.
If the 8 players have withdrawn from the match, we say Alhamdulillah. Because God has answered our prayers. The remaining matches should have been given to the local players, but scouts called the foreigners again to play, and thank God they've put the scouts in shame. I should call 8 local players immediately because they, the foreigners, play like the local players when they come, and we see their controls and passes Okay. Isn't it shameful to the country? Players are now running away from the national team, which is a dream come true for every player to play. Okay, and if you Songo, I sent this on Thursday, and it's going to happen, Sergio. And I'm very sad. My Asante Kotoko fans want to win the league, but it has been decided. Kumasi Asante Kotoko decided not to win the league last season, and it's going to continue this season. Our football people need enquiries, and who are those who are going to do the enquiries? It's another question. Okay, father, if we father, another way, and so Abraham, he, Ogum, will continue to maltreat them, looking at the powers given him. You know the Africans and our position issues, arrogance and what Andy is talking about, if you know, you know. Keep saying the truth. We love you, Andy. Father, anyway, and so Abraham. Megina so the akofa Dr. Amuzu and Krato Kakra. Meba, mo videos amode ba en so e be hwedi nyina. Na fi yako Newton Latte marriage atao na ono so dia fam kakra. Terry Yegbe played for Akate Kickers in Division 2 before he joined Wafa and moved to Vision FC. So that's all. Do all these local clubs belong to someone at the FA? He wasn't called as a Vision FC player. Okay? So what is Andy talking about? But he was called as an IF Elsborg player. So what is Andy talking about? Spain, Boga, Zaragoza. Spain Boga.
Spain Boga, he knows what I'm saying. He only the American. He's only arguing. He knows what I'm saying. And then so many is very much aware.
Odensobe.
The American know Nina.
Also Odensobe mu.
Only players na and penning funti a friend, only Momunina. Players no mana be been to a mamma on Nina.
No,
he's part of the system. He died of the system.
Why?
Springboga.
Part of system being.
Oh, you know the FA 7 America.
The Springboga or FA member.
You know. What is where they?
Or a member of the FA
boy. So person in Putunesa.
Or a FA boy. And also your position boy.
Yes. Who doesn't know? Who doesn't know? Obianim.
Wow.
Obianim.
And then the MC how I drink power has to do her. Won't mean Kasa. No, make up some keke. Yeah. Yeah. Over try baby.
But you're kind of from Wafa to Vision.
All right.
To Vision.
Okay.
All
right. Jim Amamo. How can Sudan lose their 2 matches? Oh, it's impossible. Sudan will qualify alongside Angola. Benjamin Kojo Esuaku Idi kura sisi Idi ene mfano nko. Dey na sopa
Idi
about
Bambata.
Sopa. Idi Bambata, yes. You are right. Idi Bambata, yes. Idi Bambata don't you say I'm say Esoche China.
Esoche China.
Okay. We kwa kofa Dr. Amuzu nkra toka kra aba na fi ya to adwede no eso ye nchekra. Dr. Amuzu.
Mema ahwefo akwa aba ba Amuzu Herbal Clinic. Na mikita minsem Amuzu garlic bitters. Amuzu garlic bitters. We ye the garlic ayedi plus enubra nuntini eni ahaban mako 14 ya kan for the aye. It ye dro na hu odin wo soro pa. Mo amu the garlic ye ne dey afraid ru. We die os de bia ne pressure wo soro. The hypertension Onum Amuzu garlic bitters is going to regulate the pressure. The any a high sugar level. And I said the time be able say or that or bedroom so briana jo kakra was no dry. Kakra so come do. Who was how na the we here a Amuzu garlic bitters. Untini muesisi moja no 8 mini yako na be wo mu. Enti amata mo bia won say 93 a drum American farmer no a Amuzu garlic bitters. obi said doctor me brepa nsama na ho ade ma me Dr. Amuzu my na dwuma di ni nyina wie unya boga se ba ko se gumu a obeda na ho uwo weak immune system obehia immune booster garlic pekesefra se ne ma we a boost immune system pa na nuwa ka se timia fight nyarewa uwo this year be a stroke aka na to form to miensama no odanti aka na wabre ne home was soro pa na kuma ebose kim he oda fifre bet ni pa na fifre tino de ohia ya Amuzu garlic bitters de ne to ase twhwe de pa yie de kan sciatic pains no ase sciatic no ne to ase twhwe no pa ababa na nanti nyina wonya Amuzu garlic bitters mo wie woye gyan ho aduma itema mo di ho mo gyan wie na awie ama body de bie na 83 what was radiana ana say o high cholesterol why kesi abroso ana say bitamu biara bo se na o teso kan palpitation unya Amuzu garlic bitters no mu a say how ni nyina e be free ho eya na kakan refree ade de ohia eya Amuzu garlic bitters. Amuzu garlic bitters it detoxify the body efi boni enyina free de pedua no mu essential bua mamoja no dia fusani yie pa. It also controls urine flow. The odun so basa odun so be hia Amuzu garlic bitters edro way e dia peti pharmacy herbal shop biara mu open no se mi se bia fanama na otibi su na frɛ for further and better direction. Amuzu herbal clinic ana mauji hio shalom me da hwefo ne tifo asida se ne e be se hia.
Okay, young comrades sisi mo WhatsApp videos no enso ewa ha mini metuma fakakra WhatsApp videos no na fe mako Newton Latte marriage ataho na fe the local source no abewie kwa make so I will stand by WhatsApp videos here kakra
ya ka Dr. Oguma sama ya na mafo bi nim say empena asem but coach on ya de coach on ya de Osaya Homaso coach no ngade coach Osaya MC member de yo better na otumi abo asante kotoko coach Osaya MC member international untouchable ti yo pebia no ye players no so go players no so omo pa kotoko omo yi omo tumu mo mbenyeska krabia homaso masam no mabasa basa mo tim no kula players no play mo tim no is be play mini a on former team no coach no so bomb bia yeka am different coach ndie se pamano pe coach a good coach Bob Wakotoko. I bet me a training person to play among Wakotoko. Many a home my the watching now. Bob among what is a Penska Crabia Masro, a mass 7 Sana Munoma no Bibia Coffin. Pavan Renfi. And singer the former depot. Coach and so. Make you yefa ho so do ugu do omwa aso ga kra do kan baba mimi na nasi.
Hello, good morning, Sergio. Me cheche mwenye na anano pay. Your friend me Filippo. So for your commander, MSI hospital. We don't pay the bokom. Me busa. Due to Iremado. And say a place no more prepra. Now you say any we Osasuna, Ebono, Militao Pride, Rodrigo Pride, Vasquez Pride. This is center back, Naka Rudy Gankwan, Militao Naya Fit. The same we say, Yebeto,
January koto anase ye be promoting ko ne be mo ma be de abesha because say Madrid a heading. Monsieur Moya Munji Homa.
Good morning, Sejo. Sejo Mpacho, pese mi kaye blasters once and kakra. Sejo, she say ye kobo eye Africa qualifies ya. Ya nim say ye ntumi en qualify. Ade na chantim na wono. Ye ntumi na ye fam kobo sa matches we en show mo awodin. We say chantim no so ye tournament we nim. Nanka yan rese abrofu yi nanka mo mabo eye weka qualifiers. I don't mean nimnia my way ye dream. I say obia in position na me hu say adwen no na akodan you. I'm sorry to say this, but any way bia say we say match is we nya dey be qualify.
Okay. Edumre I say you call Newton Latte marriage at hona on also twasu kakrama and sana yasan back to the studio. New, why ready as somewhere?
As early as possible. Now what me nya bibi the ama Ghana man nyina na o hwe pressure wo coach ne so a ano de pa going through the lineup no say Joe what the car bob so bebre na lineup here who was the original call up by me say Mr. Wachebe mo ma hwe original call up by and there's been a lot of changes our squad we say mu changes ni bi no and na aba Ghana for bebre say omonti ase players in committed e de no mo kire so oh share this was the list and I said Joe ebobo so kire no say players way more for various reasons and to me amba Jeremy Poku Jonas Ajete Tarek Lamptey Inaki Williams Antoine Semenyo Alexander Jiku Ibrahim Osman the last player or no epike hamstring according to information omode Arizona no now in replacement of those squad no and I said Joe Bobo forcing am ankwamo enche na fache me mensa so ense ebre ewo ho so we've gotten some of the players out of course ebi mo so about be replace yomo na ni nyina nkamfo no there's still some experienced guys within the midst and of course Osman Bukari one of the most experienced guys the Camp Blaster squad OCC here who else Mo Kudus another player in terms of experience with regards to players available no on also so others who come CCA we can also go on to Jojo Walcott another experienced guy or come so yes squad and yet to say atosini kra we still have those guys like Elisha Owusu squad and of course we have some of the local based players Afo Isaac Emmanuel Entry or Tosmienu and Razak Simpson in fact Jesse F Mrantie who pa TVC who said nations in here and who said Krobia near of the fact that to form at the starting season and yet the woman me about blaster but those questions remain unanswered. I'll take you through the last 5 games. And the most pathetic part of our discussion on Jerusalem. The last 5 games, the most consistent pairing, Salisu Nijiku. Omumi Anuni Honwa, Obenya Abdomomen, and Jerome Poku as supporting cast. So in the last 5 games and results, and I could say that one against Sudan away, no, Obenya Salisu Nijiku, Omumi Anu, Omomba. They your host to Sudan for Fienwa. We still had those 2 guys and also so feature them. Unfortunately, they are also not available. Now me take you through Komoy because everything be a foundation. The goalkeeping department and of course the central defensive partner. Now the laterals as also. So you go away to anasa you host to Angola na you lose you and Okaya Angola be share back and chair and so you moving and a Salisu and a boy. So they've been very much consistent area on Americano and no come for any Niger. Okaya Niger no was a game and then also so tawe pa se jo yenya moving and a Salisu e wa chiro ni nyina me body no talk about their maturity level, the experience, and of course the results or the outcome about game. Now, your last one no of the 5 for me fan, they want to kakra. So Central African Republic game across 4-3. Oh, Babayara, Ubenya Jiku and Salisu. And Komo unity trying to say Jiku Salisu Mumin and Jerome Opoku, the most consistent and of course the most matured and experience of the last 5 games, you know. Ye home ranty. Jerome Opoku na dawo TV so a power ni so kakra. Jerome nie kama pa. Na on ball central defender. On ball means so ball ni kra no and hu pa. Off the ball he doesn't really offer much. But yeah na some Gerald PK has been an on off and I say on the ball central defender throughout the entirety of the career, but he's one of the most successful. Salisu that's also one to me about another on the ball central defender. Boni krana who no say boni krano. Na injury record no dey say Joe who kakra pa o. Since 19 and I said 2020 season, you know, ubenya injuries ahodo almost about 8 hamstring and a demoting my pa 6 times. Thigh problems, and a hip problems. Now a cut across a lengthy period of time. It be at 21 days, 25 days, 121 days, 102 days, 16, 8, 37, 14, 20, and 153. So from 1920 season, University 2024, injury history of Salisu and a very pathetic because a man is so consistent. Said the penal our national team no. Forget about the club side. Yeah. So Salisu performance na enso you know. Jiku performance na enso you know. Jiku so emma. Put them alongside Jerome Opoku any moment amakai. Why mo and now be replace you mo. Hona yeko. And nuntina Razak Simpson one man in Sasono or Danya Miase for the call up a buy, you know. Now, Branty, on your call up, no, me busan say, when our friend can or so friend my men, papa. Nini na ko touch it, a dear now word ma on mine. Jikuma on Mammy Siakan. Are you ready, Simpson? Over to you, Jumano, the Amaya to say the Salusuba, or in Poa, Ghana for a lot of confidence. Now, we take it away, Simpson, the presence in the team. We also have other guys, almost what team. Now, Taniela J is another Lawrence guy. Modena Basse or Bonnie Homodia Fipa. Very tiring, good height, very physically built. Onye so explosive, but on the ball, he shows a lot of confidence and composure. I would add the ball also so Bobby. Now, Terry Yagbe, I had your name, what drop, papa. I feel now called Ellsberg. And you know, performance, and to say a lot of people are reacting, say, to me support. And yet, you said, in my opinion, I had a picture and was Terry L. Druabi as a Bodema blaster. The kind of pressure we've given to Salisu. Now, Terry the other day, my person will enjoy the video. Now, naturally, the ball now is about 80% on the ball. Defenders there, someone who you off the ball because you always defend. Attack about so and we defend it. But unknown style of play, on the team no attack, yeah, is so important. Of building parts of the build-up shapes, you know, Bonnie Krokrano. So in terms of possession for the side, who break here, yeah, no more touches, pa, me can't tell you, or more passes because the style of play, no, what the team Ellsberg, ma, or the ball near qua, or to me, add a lot to their game. Now, so, they can say a lot to their game, may bad be so. In order to be defined as a central defender, on and off the ball are very, very important, especially when you're a young player. Now, you're Salisu on the ball, you're Jerome Opoku on the ball, scouts and the technical team, Bain and Sakofa Terry. So, are they telling us something about Terry Yagbe and Salisu? Or about Terry Yagbe and Jerome Opoku? What is this poor technical scouting? Terry Yagbe and Salisu to me, but we will have that issues. We've spoken of it. Amate this, you know, you do home come on. So Terry is good on the ball, but off the ball he doesn't balance so well his profile. And I do at the Banyano a central defender, a Gina Jemu. But without the ball, how to be resilient, quick tackler, very clean. He doesn't offer that. And I'm saying this based on the videos, the few clips are Mashe. Now may highlight one angle of the game one. This is Terry Yagbe. He's had some good season in terms of numbers. But yeah, blaster now. So Osha, this season was started 22 games and a dear man team Ellsberg, and we are talking about 1,959 minutes of game time. Nina come for no team of the week when you're 2 and a dear room of Sweden, elite stage of their football. But don't forget, fix him in the blasters, then we can talk about the performance. On this heat map, Ubahu said, Bob come from as a left central defender. Now, left central defender means
2, 4, and 5, and I said 2 parents, or Boko Benkuma from to say left back, Akra, right back, and I said right central, Akra, a 2 who's a hit map, and a what in zone. This has been constant movement of the visuals on the field, and Terry Yegbenayeshe. But me, say Ubusamia, Terry Onyandu stage, or Bob Lasana, Amana Ye. Now, Shana Talala J, so another player of very, very good height, and me penny form ne BBA ahead of Terry. Terry has a physique well built, but he doesn't offer more. But Nathaniel is quite different, very quiet, but very unrelenting. He doesn't really maneuver in a way so dealing with situation. At one time, no, and very durable in the air. Every time I share Nathaniel Biano, born in strong Kwana, he's always been the first person to pick at the amount club side. No, he offers a lot in the air, with or without the ball. So Nathaniel there, I love his style of play, but Terry has to do more. It is almost some say when we bet me starting replacement of a more money in Ubu said those questions. One of them I met me a choose. Edmund Sesame Coco, and Nathaniel said, Obetimi Asha Chirode, Amana ye. Back in midfield, there are other certain players, I Mr. Francis Abu, and I who know TVC. But there's one boy, Michael Abu, or no, Michael Bedu, or no, a TVC. This is Michael Bedu. Say Joe, Michael Bedu style of play, no, a fitted blaster, papa. Now, boys, you know, okay, almost style of play individually, no more bar. Now, Kwaka ha, one ba fit you into the team. Or coaches in Bama fit you more into the team. So this is Michael Bedu, the performance, you know, for the club side. He's very good, an attacking midfielder who has the eye to score goals from different angles. And on the variable, and they say he creates, he can assist, he can also score in equal tandem. And this is one player. But Michael Bedu will be doing a lot of work. Obetini about first now, Obetini about as 10, and he has the confidence to keep the ball at his feet. Every time Biano, Ghana Blaster, we have one of the best finishers currently. Our blaster comes this year in Michael Bedu. Now me bonabaso. Me problem is say, buy you bet me amanaba be jumano a warrior on a club side. Having the time and the tenacity on the ball, holding on to patience. Now the ball net tone said you know. Do we have those players to finish the ball or the coaches? And what the idea says, saying and the style of play this year. And 20 way born now moving the leading line on ball or ball behind a lone striker and ball. Who is Michael Bedu? In my perspective of an attacking midfielder, or you be attacking midfielder to me, and of course, the movement in T. So I person born as a force nine, or bet me about where you have a center forward. Now, okay, say on the dinner home, or bet me I say you the amount. In some year, can you know, towards the Ghana Blaster, how those players are mano. You bet me or more about Besham, no more impo, send Drew Diana Bonumpa, or bet me a Jumanica Crana, but be a real master can say. Apart from Michael. Me who is so bet me a red team. There are other problems, but I couldn't say. And twice I'm also so ma. He's very much informed. Inaki Williams so Emma. Then come you know ye busa say. Makata react by more jikumu etro. Why would the very place Inaki and Antoine Semenyo in the final third? The blaster is at its lowest point right now, and say I'm very careful. You better see from crowd. Mama handy a children farmer say Joe. Now on to a show so.
Okay, yama muni na kwa babi memra Kessben television so Otianka live and so DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 121 and craning bottom muni na Kessben 92.9. Emra so se me kokwa me Mickey ho na fe ono so de kakra ebrehen na enye Ernest birthday. Ernest Rich Kifid Club. Ernest Sisre and Ernest birthday and wish you happy birthday and as we a special one at the free nyame nko ame ho members ni nyina obi asme wish you happy birthday a special one and so every wife and then kwada ni nyina omunyina ese omo wish you happy birthday nyame onya okese and then onya 50 years wow. Oh yes Isiranko usura obibi wo dada we are sure say we show pa na menye enya okese na akoma so ade nyina no Yakopon onfa emma happy birthday Ernest Kwame.
Yes, General.
Na come on for we into us.
Okay.
The Moza there no. We free Awal Muhammad. The Moza. Take FM Wauba.
Oh, me remember. And then the birthday.
Debbie, what's your fan Zakia? Zakia, you have an akiti and a boge.
Girl, where the akiti boge?
Name boge.
So
a makeup artist. Okay. Ayija Zungu.
Okay.
Now she's the wife of chief of Hausa tribe in Yati. Ayija Zungu. Yati. Okay. Zakia, a special happy birthday to you.
All right.
Very beautiful.
Our demons are so. Oh my mom, who fair onimomo. Okay. Your boss. Na okay. With the emphasis here na.
Nanko for best no.
So no.
Any other? So no. It's
who's a senior
nice girl.
Senior team na name was from Paul Bobby. No, na captain.
Our Mohammed. Okay.
And no captain, Kotoko captain.
Okay. I see. All right. Kwame de abo for no tensem kakreba. Name say Jesus bi kuta onu so free.
We there. Yenua owuo all the way from Modena.
Okay.
In Italy.
Wow.
No say afi Kessben sports team no. Jesse out there ebe Kitty sports team. Them say all
wow.
Ebe bo matches here.
FO.
Which is original.
Oh,
Sportica.
Or the bread Kessben 11 football team.
Football team.
Oh, okay. The Enfa way more games are able. Oh, nice. Nice. That's a number. And the corner here one cause in the corner. So for you to go try go be in the corner.
Because the kobo one deal. Was it? One is a catcher.
Oh, the bear 3 and I 4 try go here say I didn't bet it. Oh, the general from Modena Italy that's a pa. Do the back send a brain.
Oh, set.
Oh, just a set. Oh, did you know so that check Kessben media. Yeah, that's a pa. Yeah, careless no so uhuni pa. Na me show pa. Goalkeeper there. Oh, nice one.
But we as a bechem for goalkeeper ni there no bia.
Good it is one. So come next year to talk.
As a bechem goalkeeper.
There is so jina ho hwe yi.
Da bi we kala na maker.
Okay.
Bechem goalkeeper no jebru. No jebru.
There is so jina ho hwe yi.
Bechem kala no jebru.
What?
That's a teacher we teaching. Bechem kala no jebru.
What?
No jebru. Oh but now you na
why are they pa kala no the ba come blue.
Are they the ba no timi say original pa.
Yeah.
Oh, why are they from Italy?
All the way from Italy.
No original.
Oh yeah. I should be there.
Original pa.
Yeah, that's a pa. Midnight Kessben abusuani nyina na yada owo Modena Italy na owo nyame nhyira na the wo hwere bia no nyame onhye onemu why. Yeah, that's it. For love, what all these years. And no way the first time.
Yeah.
What brethren today, what kitty, you are sleeveless.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, back on coach be a digwich.
Yes.
We was saying, come me diniguich and anka me immediately.
Me the list in Bema.
Where does it? But because what top on Chikura Maida. Okay.
Yes, upon this. I may have you ha.
You are them.
You are them. What the machines? So they are Namunti, who are Namu machines. And I buy.
You don't want to do
the whole, you need Stevie, you say, or did you buy the say? You're reading this.
That office will drop in the video.
Steaming spices,
blender.
And then the show.
The 1 hour cup of jazz.
So, it didn't matter about what I just do. A whole resource in here.
After you are not
silence is golden.
And tell Pochina, what the buy from Modena, you are all them all. What
the machines with you by this steamy hole.
Yeah, Bokoma.
Yeah,
Bokoma.
Yeah,
my iris come
What did your money buy?
Yeah, my iris come
to invitation to a gym or program.
House of Fortune Limited.
Now, concept.
Now, my invitation to a gym or program. Once you know, Banam besides that, I know I'm Mother Jigu.
Mother Jigu, cat,
or no intimate, or more no so. What I give my
Kake family when you jisre wouldn't you buy a
freedom in the
House of Fortune Limited. House of Fortune Limited. Woman ye jumedi sronko. Woman say sabromo pe 200 construction workers. 200 construction workers. Adumako akwa ye juma. Ejuma ben na mo pa aye. Obi won sa no juma de. House of Fortune Limited and also hwehwe mechira kwan. No me do ko na ko pe juma ni bi aye. Momo chema 200 construction workers and na wo de omoko no akoye juma ni bi. Nhihye nie uhia passport, uhia CV. A medical fee of 500 Ghana cedis, a NASA registration fee of 300 Ghana cedis, 4 passport pictures, 2 white background, 2 blue background, and a full picture. Ujira honu twa picture ne bako. Dubai trip and na ye ready a day amount. Ya wa sokoban ye ben, yes sokoban Kofo school junction ne so pay. Ye number nie 0554 547 915 0554 547-915. And it is Shannon will be a upe Dubai akwa ye juma de opportunity na ba e the amount. Data e debe interview no 21st of November. November bosom no a de to so Dubai duonu ba ko and ye be interview no Shannon so na frey na yemboa na wonso enya juma enso ye. Balm of Gilead Alternative Clinic and Diagnostic Center. Identification so Balm of Gilead na ukwa ayaresa fie no ho ye de aduane na saw yare nduane na ye be kire kwan betima fa so na watimi anya ofa hodie yie papa enunti na also ko Balm of Gilead na ko Balm of Gilead ne saw yare a enye se wo ba ye na mepedro we moma medro na me hontomi dabi ye no betena se ne ye nhihye papa de ma counseling na wo se no ya ye no be counseling no na boaw ama yare na ha no you to see a diamond. Yaria ben and a how. Shannon so says Sabia for machine scan Yadia Banum Ghana Hanaso Kumasia dear a duchem oba a be you nipeduanum Yaria bia dukurubiano a bede d a diamond. Obia what diabetes or hypertension or stroke or peptic ulcer and also bone disorder arthritis. And also bia imponum Yemen kuye enfama one and take a crabino abre a 1 hour pay. O sperms no ntimi nyum oba o prostate challenges o asthma anase umwaidu obeso so te o pressure na hawa na baby o soko e BOG clinic and o soko your branches near miansa and o Ghana Kumasi you were the cabin behind MTN office no ye near Ija hotel and next no in the din hwe mu in crying your West Legon your ben e West Legon pharmacy no and na your takrade Anaji adjacent to Choice Mart. Enunti Freyen. Number way 0240 512171 0240 512171 and I say 0539 863838 0539 863838 BOG vinegar no enso so ebi awo yasoye enunti oba yabema BOG vinegar ne bi na won so wetiman efie bia mu behia bi na hyene so say on the 30th of November ya blood donation afibia ye donate blood 30th no blood donation jumedi ne beba so BOG clinic ebeba wo the doctor doctors and na eba womo de eye womo mbeba behwe mo bia yare wo ni yare wo aso yare bia ha obia no de doctors ebeba on the 30th November no e was the house and ntibra wo donate blood ni wia ya wa chede de bema wo donate blood ni wia doctors de behwe wo ni problem a sin problem yare bia no BOG ye besan so ma BOG ye beton BOG and so as 30th no and a blood donation dwumedie no and no so ebekoso a BOG and a teacher on be free health screening and so I was here at the amount Republic Bank and your bank also do sikasem akodan and your bank be an akosho mechina kwaya would do sikasem kodan mo a solve problem ne de ma wo bank would do sikasem kodan mo akoye a Republic Bank. Republic Bank, retail banking, digital banking, corporate and nasa SME. We see Canada bank and faso biemba so enfamo. Sikano se de temuano no afebeso na faso kitu ebi na ba sikane so ediamao. Fakuye investment our banka we investment wa in faso baba sikane so ediamao. Credit card sana anaso pe loan edia to japade. Upe loan edia to dan, upe loan edia ye japade bia. Emane your problem. Republic Bank and also show me chirakwan. One betu sana mono at the amount. Latest foam, your partner for life. Wabrebo mi yonkone latest foam for at the Viso Fanaba, a 6,500 Ghana cedis. 6,500 Ghana cedis. And only a Viso fan and also fano a 3,100 Ghana cedis. And it is Shannon Sum, Nakope latest foam, wamo enkunyanibi, na cotinem, we chinkase problem nebekwa, a latest foam en kunyano, and now yisuam, a betimi abwa ye, papa, amanya metima konkai, and so a diamond. Heba so criminal, bema na using, bema no beshim na yemen kuyen farm, I had dream pa, and nunti. And also compare heba so criminal be. Unya heba so criminal be. Sa problem ni so twa e dia ma. Bema de oni obeshim so timi satisfy obano. Omo ban ho bano. Obano ho mbana o friend bioma omma. And nunti and also nya heba so e criminal be. Obe apply kitu ebi e opinions no hom. Wo apply kitu ebi wi a. Na after 30 minutes wakwa wash it. Heba so criminal wo de o sahye mu and o tube mu so nti wo to a na wahye no so. FD agiatum so you saw unya any side effect bia. Your number near 0244 750 510. 0244 750 510. Oba dum asidaus wonsa ebetimi akebi. Elephant ointment ointment up. We use a ebetima boa. We sisi okotoje waposo. We chinkaseni ya elephant ointment. Sasabro na waso elephant ointment and also using sadik herbal powder. And so will be a cocoa how se cocoa ni internal cocoa. External cocoa dear sadik herbal powder. And I use a babo sadik herbal powder powder papa ubesebi good team ukokom eduani bia wudi bianum powder ni komwa kwako boa ama sa problem no esuetwa de amount elephant herbal mixture cocoa na how uyemetim anase usisi yare no elephant herbal mixture and a flazon 600 ewo dwaso and the flazon de obi agiatum stroke edro obi apeso bon ba fi stroke yare no obi nso abanya stroke o pese stroke ne kwa the here so ben nom edro friend flazon 600 o tena sana se tachi chew nan aya now ni pedana titriti flazon 600 and anoma sa problem no esubetwa de amount any drugstore chemical shop bi abekobia no obenya sandro bi atom na wonso wetimi akwa akonom shene so se Coca-Cola original regular taste no in glass bottle no e would just so 300 ml no e would just so 300 ml in glass bottle no kopebito wedding engagement in shemu bia we bia no coke de obetimi da kwase bo bia obebe bia no betimi nya bia no coke obeko ode beko ase fanta ode beko ase and a Sprite Coke, you were 300 ml in glass bottle. Fanta, you were 300 ml in glass bottle. And yes, so it was Sprite 300 ml in glass bottle. Ninginano, I had 3.5 Ghana cedis. Not just say ukuta 3 cedis, 50 pesos. Obenye biato na wonso wetime akwa konom apart from glass bottle no ye de aye pet bottle no so aba de what aye bottle mu plastic bottle no eno so odwaso eno so what 300 ml and a recycle aye bottle uhia na de to bin mu eno ye ba beje ne akwa ye recycle no etima de aye ade foforo because aye plastic eno de ye de just 6 Ghana cedis Coca-Cola de it tastes good. Coca-Cola di obia jiatum and obia and so enum bi. Tortina 74. T74 eye dropa wonum T74 adwani bi abeboa wo dedi kan ebe boost immune system no ama immune system no awode bemu a yare bie no ebetimi abo yare bie ntimi mbo because wama immune system no aye ho aye dendenden na yare bie ntimi mbo no ebon ban free kidney ho obi a kidney problem anaso wo heart problem bia wo lungs problem wo eye infection anase wo bia wo abdominal pain wo syphilis wo gonorrhea o pressure no wo soro o sugar level no wo soro o prostate no eye kese anaso bia wo any chronic disease te say cough wam no medra enko wanaso we obi a wo early cancer when your cancer ba fe na ahye obi a wo bad breath ohumi ne nkoye HIV no nya bomoden hye ne so say HIV no ebesoso ano amoatene wiase ache anaso bia wo covid wo fibroid wo ulcer wo asthma wo fatigue eye tortina 74 any drugstore chemical shop bia be ko bia no benya bia to your number ne 0246 073498 0246 073498 general yemfensia
bad breath yedien
pacho say
bad breath
obia ohomia pampan no enkoye
okay
me pacho ade
yentu aso
ade
okay me di fam kwa MTN FA Cup round of 64 draw no abaso yenhwe teams no ntenteme na fe yentu aso group 1 Malima FC Omni TF Exponential and Ebesia Real 24 Hours Omni Karela Wa Power FC and Tamale City and afi Northern City and Wa Sorinante and so Ebesia yeko group 2 Brekum Chelsea and Borisa FC Ishacheman and Techiman Heroes DBB Omone CAC Soccer Academy KSC Soccer Academy Ediana Stars and Doma Unity Techiman Liberty and Bofakwatano and Bishia Techiman Liberty Vesa Bofakwatano and Young Apostles also any Techiman 11 Wonders and a Bishia a round of 64 no so far the mensa aka ewa ha no okay yeah twaso mamenhwe DD akoma dan senior high school message odi bae na eno so emre uma esenka ya kan ho asem but discussion no also Andy said on extra time yesterday that if Bechem United players could be determined and beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko, why can't Kotoko players do same? What Andy said could be merely overlooked by many people, okay? But to me, it's a very sound statement that needs good attention. As I write, I don't know any team in Ghana and beyond which is giving its players kinship treatment like Kotoko. Kinship treatment like Kotoko. So I think Kumasi and Kotoko players should be killing themselves virtually for vital wins for the club. But that's not to say that Kotoko can't lose games. I think Dr. Ogum should set a target for himself and also respect his brand by stepping down if his players aren't ready to play for him. Whoever thought that Coach Asarbediakon will step down from less pressure club like Young Apostles? But that is respect for his personal integrity and records. Wow. DD Akumadan Senior High School Naro.
DD has written.
Wow. Mesa repeat idea we enumere. Yame yad mo china mesa repeat. For thorough discussion.
DD has written.
Yes.
And on the issue of say Bechem players be determined. No matter Kotoko, why can't Kotoko players be determined and also win? It's an interesting statement because you get to pass a player for player. Kotoko has better players than Bechem.
Lorika Hokrano club Ben Ogana Omunya kinship treatment is a Kotoko.
There is none.
Mrebema.
But currently, Nations is doing something and
Gofonia way, okay.
Unim say Nations winning bonus and no mutuya 3,000 for each player for 2 matches.
Wow.
Each win 1,500. Many shows a team between up to that amount.
Okay. the do baby na say also players no ma coach ni say sa na ohun no dia say that say be dia ko club a pressure nim to say younger apostles no ade adwuma na to na do baby ga ogum enso nye de say yen komra na e be discussing later so ko di nkomo abon
ogum na my friend ogum
coach ogum madam for no
friend na madam for no
oh okay so onye dey
na am say ka adwuma no onye ne sa amaye e dey epe ose minya no abote kakra nti ma hodu on kakra
oh na ko frɛ
ogum
like 2 minutes
nti onze nange epe no ye o ma na sa go chiri bae no so o hwe chiri kakra no hwe chiri so ma iba na san coach na hono
okay
o so ma ni dika zero mo ko America o dika yes and who say the has density no buy mo no
yeah me say Dr. Nyawota clue no pe
ogum papa and why birthday no you huni near my house of folk di kire that is the house of folk that's the Matusalam Ghana football and near my house of folk aye nyina no ramp before danity e ma ye huni club or the Brazilian Pele about West Africa ya house of folk o man number 10 jersey expensive ya house of folk the no 113 years no you dini kama house of folk aso na niema house of folk supporters we nyina saka na ye jesini na mpanifo de abase jesini yenya ne kopam ya de Nike nim Adidas nim Puma nim Crofona akari nim ye ton askari nyina house de 300 Ghana cedis and this go for the ombeto we na ka 27 cedis no.
Does the price go down? That
Bomb the number 12 year in Titio, Mbeka 27 cities. Head the end here. Yan Yakopam Yadi. Co Europe. See you no come the Coco Pam Nadia by and to make us a do a chapter half. Your dear birthday, Bianco, so Coco Toby, Amania Mancosi. Yatis Yakoto so mu free of was or me science. Because Cotre for me a shiano for dying. To for my shamo moment that one as you
only any Guzuka, sir.
It is also floor.
Just say, Juma. Say, come on, your move.
Now, a more expected back in the form is the most expected stadium near the Adidas and a mobile special of Bayara.
Oh, send him for more G2 on Babbery.
Ah, take it up. I better take it up. On Merewa. Baby, I'll be a show on me, I'm sure I'm below Mukoi. I'm with one as a good reform Yasia, or you'll be the two. So Mugani, I'm here. Now, some fancy senior say, Antio. Says you go for you, but we do fancy no Mujinai.
About one.
And I'm going for his own beer came in a dear will be any saying, and then I ready for them fancy for say, move I'm going to know. Club I to as a friend, you know, I'm going to know.
About one.
It is a says, oh, man, do be any saying, and then I ready for any, and you were ready. When you had that water, Kotoko says, Muto gospel. Kotoko is a gospel.
Bonnyman cover boca papa.
Hey, do be any saying, you know, and then I ready for any. Eti we ready would you one year da wo ram say fancy for say that mon kodwo no ho o se sunya ko a ye wodwo no ho fancy
don't go me be mu ma breaking the for and so aba betrase nyakomo ya adma no nan munsan enhia ye ewo extra time jumedi no so Kessben TV Kessben 93.3 da bu nyina se e be sign mo atrase biom yakra mo